Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, hello. I was late, but I'm here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another morning, another episode, another day. It's Wednesday, December 18th. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Come on in. As you come in, oh, thank you, AJ. 1 out of 10. There was a little thing that said you can set a goal. So I set a goal for today. So thanks, AJ. The first one of the morning. Thank you so much. Good morning, Shatika. Good morning, Candace. Good morning, AJ. Nice to see you. Long time no see. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, like I said, December 18th. I still have a wet cough because I'm still on my antibiotics because I'm still sick. But I am feeling much better today. Oh, AJ, 1 and 2. Thank you so much. You're lovely. Thank you. So I put a goal of 10 for the day because apparently you can put goals now, and that's a great idea. So I decided to go ahead and do that. So good morning. If you are feeling particularly generous today, go ahead and send in a super chat today because there's a new system on YouTube for super chats. Hold on. Sorry, I forgot to put my earring in. Last night my earring was feeling a little sensitive, so I took it out. And now I have to put it back in, but I'm also wearing false nails, which throws everything off. Okay, come on, Laura. You can do this. Where's the hole? Earring goes in. Twist it around. No problem. Forgot one of my favorite crochet YouTube knit artists. Oh, well, I'm glad to have you. Come on, Laura. Why are you difficult? I have 2 new piercings I told you guys about, and I swapped out a bunch of my earrings for some new earrings, and my ears seemed to react to them, so I took them out last night. Now I'm trying to put them back in, but having false nails throws everything off. Where is the hole? Why are you not going through? What's the problem? Disappointing. Okay, we'll have to try a different one for that ear hole. That's so weird. Anyway, so I just have to put my earrings back in before I can function as a human being because apparently it is difficult for me to do 2 things at once. Surprise, surprise. What is it, Rohan? You were just sleeping. He was just downstairs sleeping and decided. CJ get his meds? No, yes he did. Oops, sorry. Still, I do it all the time. We've had him over a year now and I still call him CJ all the time. He's nothing like CJ. He's just the same color and he's a cat. And yet, ow! That's all it takes. He's here now though. Hi, Rohan. Come here. Also, yesterday we caught another mouse, which is super. We love that. We love being a 100-year-old house that has access to mice. Where are they coming in? These are the questions we have to continue to ask ourselves because the house is 100 years old, so it's unclear where they're coming in through, but they're coming in somehow. Need to put a tried and true earring in. Who shall be going in today? Oh no, are you deaf in this ear now too? I'm on antibiotics. How can I be getting an ear infection in the other ear? That seems a little disrespectful of my ear to be doing. Can't believe I did that. I can. I literally call him CJ all the time. We should just change his name to CJ. I have a family friend who does that, who names their cat the same name every time. Like, they have, whenever they get a new cat, or a new dog, sorry, they name the dog the same name. And I thought it was a joke. It's not a joke. They literally name their dog the same name every time they get a new dog. They wait for their dog to die before they get a new dog, which I also don't relate to. I'm like a get your new dog before your old dog dies type person. I'm just going to leave that one empty for now because I don't want to make it more inflamed than it is. Anyway, excuse me, whenever their dog dies, they get a new dog, and they always name the dog the same thing, which to me sounds crazy because every dog is an individual, but they have like dog name with this personality, dog name with this personality. Like so they've had like many of one dog, which seems crazy, but you know, to each his own. All right, so this morning I have no plan. I have not made a plan for today because I am a scatterbrained person in general. What do you guys want to do today? Let's check. Is the moth trap working? No moths in this one. What are you guys in the mood for? Do you have any ideas for what we could do today? We could knit, we could crochet, we could paint, we could draw, we could... I don't really want to wrap gifts, so I'm not going to put that as an option. But we could do lots of different stuff. I also filmed 3 tutorials yesterday. Yes, I'm still sick, but I crocheted 3 tutorials yesterday. 1, I did a hair bow. Look how cute. 2, I did a granny square beret. So it's a granny square that turns into a hat. Look how cute. I'm not putting it on because I have my hair up. And then the 3rd thing I made is the bird suet block holder. It's outside, so I can't show. Oh, I have the rough copy here. The suet net. And that is outside working well. So I filmed 3 tutorials yesterday, so I'm good for next week, the week after, and the week after that, which is great because that will get me through the Christmas season without having to film. It was all day. I filmed all day, finished at around 3:30 p.m., and then I went to sleep. And I slept until 7 a.m. this morning. Alex woke me up at 7 p.m. to take my meds and to eat some soup. And then I went back to bed. And I slept all the way until 7 a.m. this morning because I was exhausted. You're going to do a stream on Christmas Day? Yes, I am. I'm still going to be streaming on Christmas Day. We're not skipping any streams unless I get, like, horribly ill again, which I'm not planning on doing. But yes, Christmas morning, 25th, from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m., Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Without fail, unless I'm very sick, I am here live streaming. So I will be here on Christmas morning. You won't be able to stop me. And then right after Christmas morning, I will go to my parents' house for Christmas. Because... Rohan, what are you staring at Thunder for? He's just a baby. You guys can't see, but Thunder is sleeping right here in a dog bed. And Rohan is sitting underneath the table facing Thunder very aggressively. Then we hit 1,000 on the 30th. Yeah, did you see the title of today? 995 live streams. Today is 995, which means we have 5 more live streams until we hit 1,000. Is it 995 today? Did I read my own title wrong? I thought it was 995. Yeah, 995. So we have 5 more live streams, which is Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday. Right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Next Monday. Next Monday? Next Monday. We're going to be at 1,000 live streams. We will have done 1,000 live streams. Is that not crazy? Because to me that seems crazy. That's a lot of live streams. So, excuse me, 2 Mondays from now we will hit 1,000 live streams, which is so many. So definitely be there for that because I'm going to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. And I think that'll be fun. Using up scrap yarn, making a baby cardigan. Oh, that's nice, AJ. I have made 2 baby sweaters this season, 2 adult sweaters this season, and a number of other projects, but 2 baby sweaters and 2 adult sweaters. They're both crocheted, though. No, I knitted 1 adult sweater. I still haven't blocked it because I've just been avoiding, but this is the sweater I knitted. Something just fell on the floor. This is a sweater I knitted with you guys a couple of weeks ago. It took us just over 2 weeks, I believe, to finish. And it turned out very cute. It's got a puffy sleeve, which I love. A little puff on the end of the sleeve. And then it is bottom up. It kind of looks like a spider web at the top, which I'm fine with. I think it turned out really cute. I love having a new sweater. I just have to block it so that I can wear it. Sorry, my nose is running. I need to get a tissue. 1 second. Ouch. Thunder, I kicked your dog bed. I'm sorry. So rude. I'm so over being sick, Thunder. Here, let me move these things so that you're in the shot, huh? Everyone wants to see you. You're the cutest dog on the internet. So let's move some of these presents out of the way so that I can put you in this little nook. There you go. Now everybody will be able to see your cute little face. There. Now you can see him. Oh yes, and my little footstool. Do you birds want to come out? You want to come out? Beelzebub, you want to come out? Yeah, out. One more time, baby girl. Out. Okay, you can come out. Good girl. You got good words. Yeah, you're so smart, baby. Hi, Gary. Can I have a kiss? Thank you. Ouch. Anywho. Ugh. Where'd you go, little foot? Rohan is not currently with us. He'll come when he's ready. Oh, gosh. What a morning. I woke up. I haven't eaten breakfast yet, but I already had 1 coffee. So hopefully it'll start to kick in soon, and then I will be able to have some energy for the live stream today, because I am still tired. Doesn't really matter if I got 16 hours of sleep. I'm still tired. But coffee does help. So, what's going on? What's the sitch? Like I said, I did my nails so that I could film videos, because I have to have nice nails for videos, and look how pretty they are. See how long they last. But they are pretty. Metallic sort of silver with a black tip. Great for filming because it drew attention to the tips of my fingers, which is where the instructions usually are taking place. Love that for us. Okay. Why are you on backwards? Good. Turn the right way. So I already am over the little shawl we were making. I feel like I want to make a different shawl now. I'm over it. I don't like that one anymore. Sometimes that's just what happens. And I have lost interest in it. So what are we going to do? Not a whole heck of a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I want to make. But I do have a couple of things on my mind. One of them is what next year's garden is going to look like. That usually gets started for me in my head right around Christmas time, because February is when we start our seeds. So we only have really another month after this. December 18th, January 18th, February 18th. We have 2 months basically until it's time to start thinking about starting seeds. And since we have 2 months before we're going to start seeds, really we have 2 months to plan what we're going to start. So that's one thing that's on my mind. Another thing that's on my mind is obviously crocheting and knitting. Another one is I forget what it was that I wanted to do. I feel like I want to paint, but I don't want to bring out all my messy stuff. I'm feeling a little scattered this morning. I don't really know what I'm in the mood for. I really enjoyed doing the granny square yesterday. That was a lot of fun. Isn't that pretty? I feel like it turned out really cute. I really like the yarn I used. It makes me want to do more granny square stuff. One thing I do have on my to do to make list is I want to do a granny square project for a baby sweater where you use 4 granny squares. You do one for the front, one for the back, and then one for each of the sleeves. And it's just a simple sweater project, but that could be cute. We could start on that. And I want to use a larger hook for it because reasons. I don't need a reason. That's the reason. I just want to. And I think I want to do it in these colors because I think that they're cute. And I think that'll be more than enough to make the whole sweater, those 3 balls, because they're for baby sizes. And I was thinking we could do multiple colored granny squares, intentional granny squares, where we do 1 round of green, 1 round of brown, 1 round of green kind of thing. I figured we would start with the dark green because this is what I have the least of. And I figure I'll divide the balls into 4 because it's going to be 4 of the exact same granny square sizes. And then we can sort of jump into making a granny square baby sweater. It's super easy. And then if it's really as easy as my brain is saying it's going to be, then maybe after that we could make an adult size. That could be cute. An adult-sized granny square sweater that's just 4 granny squares. Not a really difficult granny square, just 4 of the same large granny squares. And I think that could work out really well. We'll see. But let's divide the ball into 4 first to see how much yarn we actually have left here. And maybe we don't do it in a 6mm hook, maybe we do it in a 4mm hook and create kind of a smaller vibed granny square. It won't really matter. It's 4 of the same very small granny squares. They're not going to be big. They're probably going to be maybe 12 inches across. Instead of dividing, why not just do 4 centers? Because I don't know, Candace. I don't know. I'm thinking that there's going to be more than enough yarn to do the 4 centers, so there will probably be a second row of the dark green for each square. Maybe the center, and then we'll do another color, and then we'll go back to the dark green. I don't know. I started doing this. That's why. That's the reason. Do you think there's a grand plan when I do anything? I can see doing that for longer rows, divide it later. Yeah, but also I'll be making 3 of them with you guys, and then I'll do 1 of them on camera. That way it's a tutorial, I couldn't say it sooner. Wilson was getting cuddles. Understood. Absolutely valuable time management. The cats require, I understand. The cat needs. Hello, Rohan. Hi, baby. You can come sleep in your box. It's sitting right here waiting for you. Psst, 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 psst. Rohan. He's just wandering around, trying to decide if he wants to harass the dog or not. Look at Thunder's looking right at him are you gonna bother me? I don't want you to bother me. Rohan, hi baby. Hi. How doing? He's just looking at me I don't know what I want. Ah, there is our Lord Thunder. Yes, there he is. Always here. Always. He's our constant. He is the reason for the season. You thought Jesus was the reason for the season? No, it's actually Thunder. Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without this tiny little dog. If you don't see him in the background, he's right here, sleeping on the floor. My 5-pound chihuahua, just being the best of us. Thunder is the best of us. That is a fact. Apologies for Monday. I flaked out, went to bed. I was having a similar emotional plus painful morning. Yeah, I saw, Candace. I saw your comment. I'm sorry you're going through a pain flare-up. That's awful. I need to trace my sewing pattern. That's on today's to-do list. Good for you getting your jobs done, getting your to-do lists done. I have editing to do today. I have quite a lot of editing. I have 3 videos to do. And what else do I have to do today? I do have to prep our house, because we're going to be going away for a couple of days after Christmas, and people obviously are going to have to come into the house to take care of the birds and the cats. So I want to get things done ahead of time so that, that when the time comes, I'll be able to just like get up and go. Oh no, going away? Will you miss a live then? I don't think so, actually. I don't think I will. Let me see when the lives happen. Calendar. I don't think so. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I'll miss New Year's Day. I'll miss Wednesday the 1st, I believe. Because that is when we'll be driving home, I think. So yeah, I might miss 1 live. That will put us off schedule. No, it'll be done. That would be 1001. Yeah, so we'll get to 1000 and then I might miss New Year's Day, in which case I don't think we're going to do 1001. I think we're going to start again at 1, Candace. I don't think, because it's, you know, or 1K1, you know, something like that. We're going to have a restart with the new year. I can't believe we're about to hit 1,000 live streams. That's a lot of live streams. That's like many years of accumulated time together. If you add up, every live stream is 3 hours long, and we've done 1,000 of them. How many hours? 3,000 hours. Let's divide 3,000 hours. Divided by 24 so that we can see how many days total we've been together. Okay, 3,000 hours divided by 24 hours equals 125 days of whole 24-hour days. So divided by 7, 17 weeks divided by 4, 4.4 months, 4.5 months of consecutive time is how long I've live streamed. That's crazy. 4.5 months of constant, 4.5 months of live. 4.5 months live. That's crazy. Really, it's more like 5 years of live streams to get to 1,000 live streams, because we do 3 a week. Right? Ish. If we did 1,000 lives divided by 3 every week is 300 weeks, and there are 52 weeks in a year, so 6.5 years is roughly. It's less than that because there were some times when I was doing 5 lives a day or 5 lives a week, and there were some times when I was doing 2 lives a week. So I'm gonna say it's around 5 years of live streams to get to 1,000 live. So thank you for being here for 5 years, guys, because that's a long ass time to hang out with one person. So I appreciate you. Those of you who've been here since we were at 20,000 subscribers, since we were at 12,000 subscribers, there's some people here who have been here since before we, excuse me, before we even hit 20,000. And now we're coming up on 100,000 subscribers, which is crazy talk. Good morning, Louisa. Nice to see you this morning. Let me move my little yarn ball over. There we go. I think I am now the oldest OG one. I think you probably are, Candace. I think you've probably been here the longest, it's true. Did you know using tissue paper or tracing paper to trace off your sewing patterns means you can keep the original intact, and you can use the tracing one to make adjustments and changes and not ruin the original? That is a good trick, because I usually just cut into the pattern, and then when I get larger, I have to buy it again. Good call. Been sick, sorry I haven't been around. Hey Candy, good morning. That's all right. I hope you're feeling better. I too have been sick, but I mean, my job is sitting at home anyway, so I'm still able to be here when I'm sick because it's just me being here at home anyway, which is awesome. It's a very, it's a cushy job. Yes, there's a lot of work and there's a lot of like emotional exhaustion involved in being a YouTuber, but overall, it's a pretty good job. You don't earn as much money as you might think though. Unless you're like a viral YouTuber, like you're getting millions of views on each video. You definitely still need to have a partner who's earning money also. You can't live on it as an average real life YouTuber. Had fasting labs on Monday for my Cushing's. It really messed me up. Ooh, fasting labs sounds awful. If you didn't understand what that means, those of you who are like not chronically ill, it's when you can't eat before you have your blood work. So sometimes you can't eat for 24 hours. Sometimes you can't eat for 12 hours. Kind of depends on the labs, but not the best, not the most fun. Louisa, thanks for getting us all together. Thanks for coming. Louisa. Sorry, there's a door. Or there's a chair in front of your door, sorry. Hi. Guess what?
What?
If I combine all of our live streams from the beginning, it would be 4.5 months of consecutive time.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that a lot?
That's awesome.
So that's 4.5 months of 24 hours a day together.
That's cool.
It's 3,000 hours. Isn't that crazy?
That's nice.
Sometimes it's more than that, because sometimes I stay for 4 hours.
Yep.
Anyway.
Good job.
Thank you. Candace says, good morning, Alex. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good except for coughing.
Still coughing, but otherwise he said he's feeling good.
How are you feeling?
How are you feeling? I think I'm getting an ear infection in the other ear. Yeah, my hearing is questionable. Yeah, I'm gonna call her and say, hey, what's up with these antibiotics? Hello? Sorry, I can't hear you because I have an ear infection. Loving the bow. Thank you, Candy. It's the newest tutorial on my channel, which as obviously it's not up yet. I only filmed it yesterday, but I filmed 3 tutorials yesterday. I filmed one for a hair bow, which is a very cute hair bow, and then one for a granny square beret. It's a little granny square hat. Isn't it cute? It turned out really cute. I'm not putting it on to try it because I'm wearing a bow. Yeah, and I was sick while I did it. I ended up overdoing it for myself yesterday, and I slept from around 3:30 p.m. until 7 a.m. this morning. So I may have overdone it, but I filmed 3 tutorials, which is great. I got 3 done. Do you think you could turn the heat down 1 degree?
Sorry?
Can you turn the heat down 1 degree? I am melting. Thank you so much. It's open. It fell open again.
Oh.
It's cute as hell, isn't it though? I know, it's like a perfect little bow. But the tutorial for that will come out soon. Working on a written sock pattern right now. Ooh, well done. So yeah, yesterday I overdid it by filming back to back 3 videos. Woke up regular time and just started filming. Alex had to put away all my equipment for me because I was like, I'm just gonna go take a quick nap. I'm feeling like death. And then instead of just taking a quick nap from like 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., I slept until today. So still sick, trying to convince myself I'm not sick anymore. And then this happens where I'm like, I do a little too much and then I'm like dead to the world for 16 hours. But I'm awake and I'm alive and I'm here. Took my antibiotics this morning, drank a coffee, and we're here. I am currently sweating, and I don't know why, because it is 72 degrees in here, so I don't really know why I feel boiling hot, but that's just sometimes what's happening, you know, being sick for weeks. I've literally been sick for almost 2 months. Can we not do that? I'd like to stop being sick, please. I've been congested and coughing and just generally, like, I have a general malaise, like, just lethargic-ish for all of November, and now December, and I have antibiotics to try and fight the chest infection and to fight the ear infection, but Jesus Murphy, I am like not accustomed to being sick this long, and I don't like it. Apparently walking pneumonia is on the rise in Ontario, and there is more walking pneumonia right now than my doctor has ever seen. It has affected almost everyone in my family except for my brother-in-law. And the symptoms are like a chest cold that won't go away, and generally just like lethargic and exhaustion. And you know where that's not great for? Just being an adult, just like trying to be an adult. My poor little sister, she has it. She has walking pneumonia, and she's 6 months pregnant, and she has a 2-year-old. How do you adult when, and she's got a full-time job as a teacher, so she deals with children all day, and she has to wear a mask because she's got walking pneumonia. She can't take meds. She can't be put on antibiotics because she's pregnant. So she just has to suffer through it. They had to put me on meds for it because I was coughing too much to breathe. Yeah, I have an inhaler. I have this nose thing that you spray up your nose. Fluticasone propionate aqueous nasal spray. 120 doses approximately. Let's see. Shake well. Use 1 spray in each nostril once daily. Shake gently. So, I still have a wet cough that is productive, is what it's called. So that means that you're actively coughing phlegm, which is disgusting. And congestion is whatever, that's like a winter symptom. But anyway, my sister has to teach, so she has to wake up at 6 in the morning or 5:30 in the morning because she has a 2-year-old. She has to get herself looking like an adult, like pretty, dressed in a real outfit. She's 6 months pregnant. Then she has to feed her 2-year-old, get him to daycare, and then she has to work all day as a teacher, and then she has to come home and still parent her 2-year-old all night. While having what I have. So I work by sitting at a desk and filming tutorials, and I'm exhausted to the point that I sleep 16 hours. Afterwards, I can't even imagine trying to parent at the same time. Nose spray is banned from my body. Is it? I don't know. I've used it maybe like 2 or 3 times, and I found no change, no benefit. So same with the inhaler. I've used it a few times when I was coughing a lot, and I didn't notice any like benefit. I didn't feel like more air moving, but I have them, so I'll probably just keep them in the fridge as like backup medicines. But the antibiotics are the only one that I'm consistently having, and the ones that I've got are amoxicillin trihydrate 500 milligrams. Take 1 capsule 3 times a day until finished, and I've got like half a bottle left. I can't stand the feeling even a little bit. They had me on a nose spray for bedwetting as a kid, and it was a nightmare. A nose spray for bedwetting? What would that even do? Rohan, don't you try and climb in there. He's thinking about going in the vent because the vent cover fell off. It was the 90s, no idea. They take a while to start taking effect, and then you have to keep it in the system. It feels like if I'm breathing it in, it should take effect right away. I mean, all of the other drugs I've done where you breathe them in, they're pretty much effective immediately. So, I forgot to draw on eyebrows today. No! Natural eyebrow day. I just realized I didn't fill in my eyebrows. So they're little blank eyebrows. My hubby got sick and can't get antibiotics because of his allergies to penicillin in the meds. There are other antibiotics now that are not penicillin. I don't know if amoxicillin has the same, like if you're allergic to penicillin, are you allergic to amoxicillin? But there's a few options now. Alex is on a different antibiotic than I am. He's not allergic, they just prescribed him a different one. But you can get non-penicillin antibiotics. So if he continues to be sick, something to think about anyway. But yeah, generally, I haven't had an ear infection in a couple of years now. And this ear infection is wild. I've never had one last this long. And it's not painful. I don't have pain in my ears. My ears are like so damaged that I don't experience pain the same way as everybody else in my ears. So I don't feel pain from ear infections. I just like lose my hearing. Which unfortunately is why I was actually, like, I went deaf as a child, because I wasn't experiencing pain from the ear infections I was getting, so my ears would get so infected that my eardrums would burst, and yeah, it was, now my ears are so messed up looking, but I also don't have the pain. I actually wanted to show you something. I have something, it might be TMI. It's not TMI, it's not that gross. I wanted to show you guys in Discord. I'm gonna post photos. I'll put a trigger warning just in case. But I took pictures inside my eardrum, and I took a picture of what a healthy eardrum looks like, and then I took pictures of my eardrum when it's healthy, and then I took pictures of what my eardrum looks like right now. And when you see it, you're going to be like, that's not right. Because my eardrums are so messed up looking. They don't look right. So, oops, I forgot to, eardrum trigger warning. Okay, and now I want to do can I add a trigger warning? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Edit message. How can I edit it? Nope, I can't do it. Well, eardrum trigger warning. That's been given. Okay, so if you're not interested in seeing a picture of my eardrum, go away for 3 to 5 minutes, because I'm going to show my eardrum, and I think it's interesting. And if you don't think it's interesting, that's okay. Okay, so this is what a healthy eardrum looks like. It's a white, like, circle. This, I just got it off the internet. My eardrum is covered in scar tissue. So this is what my eardrum looks like. All of that white is actually scar tissue. You can see there's a hole that never healed in the top. That's just a hole that exists in my ear. Then the white dot that you see at the top, that's a bone that forever will stick through because it did not heal. The redness right now is the infection, so my ears are not normally this infected. And then you can see the eardrum at the bottom has kind of a yellow hue to it. That yellow hue, behind it, there's fluid. That's the infection. But all that white, that's what my eardrum looks like. That's not infection. The white stuff is just scar tissue. Isn't that not, like, a bit much? This is what a healthy eardrum looks like. That's what my eardrum looks like. Healthy? Mine. I have a camera that goes into your ear and allows you to take photos on the inside of your ear. So I have a picture of my eardrum when it's healthy, because when Alex had an ear infection, last time he had an ear infection, I took pictures of his eardrum, and then I was like, what's mine look like when it's healthy? So I took a picture of mine when it's healthy, when there's no infection at all, and this will allow you to understand what, that mine is still super messed up looking. So this is what mine looks like healthy. This is mine with no infection, no inflammation. This is what my eardrum looks like. This is what a regular eardrum looks like. So you see at the top, there's the bone has skin covering it on a regular ear. And then on my ear, that bone, it's like, it's protruding more. And you see that hole, that just doesn't exist in a regular ear. Here's a regular eardrum again. Mine has an additional hole just from being infected so many times as a kid. And then you can see the scars. So there's a scar that goes right across the center of the eardrum. And then all that white is area that was open and then had to heal over years. The one in the middle was healed through surgery, and then multiple times I had the edges healed through surgery, but all of that white is like thick scar tissue. So when I say, like, I don't have perfect hearing, here's proof. There's literally no way to have perfect hearing with this eardrum, because the only part that's, like, good and functional is the top center. whereas it should be all beautiful and functional. So that's that. That's what I look like on the inside. Now you know me fully on the inside and out. Let's see. I want to take pictures of my eardrum now. You should, because the camera I got, I actually have it right here because I was using it yesterday to look. It connects to your phone, and I have like alcohol that I clean the camera with. And then I wonder if we could look together. Like, hold on, let me clean it with my alcohol first. I want to see how it's looking today. Okay, you guys just hang tight, okay? See how she's looking today. Oh, maybe she is looking a little better. Hold on, where did you go? There. Maybe some days. Seems like an expensive bit of tech. It wasn't. It was like, I don't know, $12. It's not expensive. I mean, that's relative, obviously. If you don't have $12, then it's expensive. If you have $12, it's not very expensive. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so she's looking a little better. She's not as inflamed today. Like, I don't see any inflammation on the outside, which is awesome. That's what it looks like. See? You just look at it. Isn't that cool? Love the scar tissue. That's super fun. How about you? How are you doing? You are infected. I knew it. I knew you were getting infected. I knew it, and now you are. I didn't do anything to deserve this. Stop. You have no reason to be infected. Okay, anyway. That's the ear camera that I use. And, dang it. Both ears are infected now. I can see the inflammation. Damn. What a bummer. Anyway, yeah, so because I have messed up eardrums, I will forever have messed up hearing. It's such a bummer that both ears are infected, though. How could I develop a new ear infection? But this is what it looks like when they're infected. It's like so much grosser. All that opaqueness at the bottom there it's pus. It's just on the inside of my ear. Sorry if that's triggering. Louisa, much better picture. Oh my god, stop. I'm nervous of you putting the camera and showing us at the same time. Oh, I have a high awareness of my body. I'm very unlikely to poke my own eardrum. Never happened before, won't happen. Maybe someday. Seems like expensive tech. So, do you have to wear earplugs if swimming? I don't. Not I don't have to, I don't know if I do. I don't wear them. Let's see. I shared a picture of Ada and her new umbrella. I can't. She's too cute. Louisa! Look at this baby. Are you kidding? Come now. That is very cute. Very cute little umbrella. Okay, now I'm going to delete these pictures off of Discord just in case somebody comes in and gets totally disgusted by what my eardrum looks like. That way we don't have to stress anybody out. There. They're deleted off the Discord. Now you don't have to see them. Don't want to stress you out by having you look at the inner workings of my brain and head. Anyway, I have an ear infection in both ears, but you saw how the scar tissue looks. I had tubes in my ears as a kid. Where does your hole go to? I don't know, my brain? I know when my son had tubes, he had to wear earplugs as it's painful for water to get into the eardrum. I already don't really swim very much though, Candace, because I am allergic to chlorine. So I guess that hasn't really been an issue because I don't really swim very much. I don't know where the hole in my ear goes to. I have to go to an ENT for a follow-up. I know I have hearing loss. Like I have had hearing tests many times throughout my life already because of how many operations I had. I had lots of ear operations as a kid. I had my tonsils out and my adenoids out, and then I had 3 or 4 additional surgeries on my ears. A couple of times to put tubes in, and then a couple of times to repair ruptured eardrums that were not going to heal on their own. To me, it's surprising that I have hearing. Like, when you look at the pictures of the inside of my eardrums and you see how much scar tissue there is, it's surprising that I can hear as much as I do. That being said, I don't know what I don't know, so maybe my hearing is really poor and I don't know it. But I don't think it's that bad. Like, I hear everything. I just know when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to, like, wear headphones and go for a walk. Because I was in danger, because I wouldn't hear cars. So I know that my parents were concerned about me getting hurt by having no hearing. But I don't know, as an adult, it's never slowed me down. The only thing it's done is made it hard for me to hear my own speech impediments. So I had a lot of sensitivity around having a lisp growing up, because I can hear a lisp when I talk. Not so bad in the last years, but there's always been a lisp. So I did go to speech therapy for a lot of my childhood, and I had to do like lots of practicing in order to say the letter R and the letter S and the letter Z, and still Z and S, they still get me. So I know that I do have hearing loss because I struggle with certain letters, but at the same time, I don't know what I don't know. So I don't know how much more you're hearing than I am, because I feel like I hear more than Alex does, and that could just be because he has like selective deafness. Like, he doesn't hear other people talking, whereas like in a restaurant, I'm all up to date on the gossip of all the tables around us. So I know I can hear. I don't know how much I've lost. I know percentage-wise that I have 60% hearing loss on this side and 40% on this side, which means I'm 50% deaf, but like, I don't, that doesn't mean anything in my day-to-day, you know? I can still hear everything I need to hear. I wonder what you guys are hearing then. The world must be so overstimulating. If I'm only hearing 50% of the world, it must be a very loud world. I'm very happy to not have that hearing then, because I think I would probably have way more panic attacks if I had to hear everything, if I'm only hearing half. You know? Anyway. So, now that you've seen my eardrums, what's up? How's it going? I keep rereading your message, Candace. Where does their hole go? I literally don't know. It depends on the frequencies, no? Yeah, so I think I can't hear high-pitched things. Maybe I can't hear high-pitched or low-pitched. I remember the hearing test. The last time I took it, I was in high school, so I haven't taken a hearing test it's been years now, so maybe that's changed for me. But yeah, I think you're right, that because they do you have headphones on, and then they do a beep, and whenever you hear a beep, you have to press a button, and if you don't hear a beep, you don't press a button, and they do beeps at different intervals, and different frequencies, and different, like, whatever's volumes, and then, yeah. Gotta wonder, are you getting water on your brain? Do you hear wishy-washy noises? Literally, I am the ocean. If you put your head up to my ear, you'll hear the ocean. I am a seashell. That's funny. Or does your brain feel offside due to water? Right, is my clumsiness actually because my brain has too much water sloshing around it? Or is my clumsiness from my ADHD? Do I have vestibular, like, disabilities because there's water in my skull? Like, LOL, but also, like, not impossible? Hopefully not. Hopefully my clumsiness is just because I'm a clumsy person. It may just be the hole itself causing any balance issues. Yeah, I just don't have an awareness of where my body ends, so I'm usually just covered in bruises on most of my limbs. I'm just a bruisey person. It's just what happens. Okay, so I'm almost done winding these into 4 individual balls so that I know what to do for each granny square. And I'm feeling kind of pumped that this is going to be a cute little sweater for a baby. Is it going to be for a newborn, or is it going to be for one of the toddlers, or is it going to be for one of the newborns? I have so many babies. I am literally a baby person. It would go, I guess, to the throat and sinuses. It's all related. Yeah, you're right. If it went into the ear, it's not going into my brain. It's definitely draining down my throat or draining into my sinuses or into my nose or into my eyes. All that stuff's connected. It's not going straight to the brain. Good call, Louisa. Sinuses. Maybe that's why my sinuses are so stuffed up, because I have an ear infection that has backed into my sinuses. Love that for me. Excuse me. I will just continue, to have crappy hearing. I don't want to go to Christmas this year. I'm tired. My grandpa passed away. My aunt's mother-in-law passed. Her husband isn't doing good, and my stepmom's mother is also failing health. I'm tired. Candy, that's rough, but maybe Christmas will be a good thing for everybody to be able to get together and actually, like, you know, feel sad together, and also kind of cover up the sadness with a little bit of holiday cheer, if you will. I feel the opposite this year. I'm very excited for Christmas. I know it's only one day, and I know it's like, it's a waste of money, but it's not a waste of money or time for me. I'm all done Christmas shopping, except for Alex. I still need to figure out Alex's gift. It's 1 week away. I'm freaking out. But for my family, I'm all done. And I'm so excited to just see the babies and hold all the babies and be excited about the babies that are coming and just hang out with my family. My mom isn't doing a whole Christmas dinner this year. It's like the first year ever. Because there's babies, it's going to be just chaotic. So instead of doing a Christmas dinner with like a turkey and all of the fixings, she's doing an appetizer bonanza. So she's just going to make just an obscene amount of food for sure, but it's all going to be finger foods. I do hope she makes a pumpkin pie. I do hope that. But she's going to be making a whole bunch of appetizers, and so that'll be like spinach dip in a pumpernickel loaf, and what else will she make? Tons of little things with puff pastry, because she does that. What else would my mom make for finger foods? I don't know. I really don't know. She just asked a couple of days ago. She asked the family group chat, do you guys want a sit-down meal or do you want appetizers? And it was pretty much decided that the babies are going to make sitting down for a meal not ideal. And it's also their first Christmas of really understanding stuff and being excited. Like the biggest of the little kids understands what Santa Claus is now. So they're going to be all excited. And there's going to be lots of, like, presents to open and stuff to do. So since that's happening, and we have to work around multiple children's naps. So since we're going to be doing that, appetizers makes more sense, because then we can all just sort of be eating and grazing. And, there will be a charcuterie for sure. Veggie tray for sure. Baked brie, totally. She'll do a baked brie. You're right. She'll do a baked brie in a puff pastry, I would imagine. But a charcuterie of some sort. I know that my mom always goes absolutely wild with Christmas, so even though she's saying appetizers, it's going to be like a bit much. It's just always a bit much. My mom is a bit much when it comes to holiday cooking. So usually when she makes a sit-down meal, there's enough food for everybody who came to bring home 2 dinners. So Alex and I will bring home 2 days worth of food from Christmas, usually, or from Thanksgiving, or from Easter. We bring home roughly 2 dinners worth for each of us. So we have 2 days of food after a family get-together. So even though she's doing appetizers, I'm assuming there's going to be a lot. Just a lot. I mean, it's cold enough to make flaky crust with all that cold butter. My mom, she sells a lot of her baked goods, and she does like pre-orders for her cookies and squares. So they actually have a butter fridge. When I go and I babysit their house, I obviously raid the fridge. It's like my payment for babysitting their house is that I raid the fridge and get a whole bunch of good food from the fridge. They have a butter fridge or a butter freezer. Is it a freezer? I feel like it's a freezer. They have a butter freezer. Anytime butter goes on sale, my dad will buy like 20 butters. It's a bit weird, but it's also just the way it is. She has they have multiple freezers because they preserve a lot of food. So my mom has a meat freezer that just has meat in it. She has a frozen fruit freezer that just has frozen fruits and vegetables in it. She has a baked good freezer that's for like things that are for sale. And when I say freezer, it's like the size of like a fridge, but it's a stand-up fridge freezer. Oh, excuse me. Phew. Sorry, I need to blow my nose again. Oh, so satisfying. Blowing your nose after you sneeze. I love your mom. God bless you. Thank you so much. Yes, I also love my mom. Michelle, good morning. And so they have multiple stand-up freezers. Whenever they go on, like whenever my dad finds them at like estate sales and stuff, he'll buy a freezer. So one for butter, one for meat, one for baked goods that are for sale, one for frozen fruit and vegetables. Those are their freezers. And then they have like the one in their house that's for stuff, like food. That's awesome. My folks had one of those for all their frozen meats and such. 5 people in the house, you need the extra space. Yeah, well, my dad is kind of like me. If you give him space, he'll fill it with stuff. One just for butter. Candy. My mom bakes a lot. Like, I don't know how to explain to you that one is for butter because she bakes so much living in that freezer. Literally. Yeah. Well, and it's always moving. Like, the butter is always moving. It's not just stationary. Like, the butter is being used. It's not just one stationary fridge of butter. It's one freezer of butter that is constantly being replenished and used because she sells baked goods. Especially at Christmas. I gotta imagine it's the good butter too. It's the butter that goes on sale. It's not the good butter. It's just butter. Just whatever butter. It's salted and unsalted, depending on what she's making. But the butter freezer is often being replenished because anytime that there's a good sale on butter, like I said, my dad will be buying 20, 30, 40 bricks of it, which is crazy. I understand. However, my mom sells these things, so it's part of a business. It's not entirely insane. There's some sense to it. Same with the freezer that's full of fruits. My mom and dad have a fruit farm. So when the plums come into season, they pick all the plums, they pit them, and then they freeze them. And that way my mom has plums ready. When the strawberries are in season, she picks all the strawberries, she cuts the tops off, washes them, and freezes them. And that way, whenever she needs strawberries to bake something, she's got them ready. It's just the freezers have to be there because if they aren't, then my mom and dad would be spending a ton of money on fruit. But they have an apple farm. So, like, she dehydrates apple rings. So those don't need to go in the freezer. But the apple chunks that she does for apple pies, they do. And she also does things where, like, when cherries are in season, she'll make cherry pie filling. And then she freezes cherry pie filling in 1 pie units, so that when it's time to make a cherry pie, she can just pull out 1 like unit of cherry pie filling that she made in this like fall, or I guess cherry pie is in the early summer. Usually July 2nd, all the cherries are off the trees. June 31st, the cherries are ripe, and if you haven't picked them by July 2nd, the birds have taken all of them. Dehydrated apple, sorry, excuse me, I have a cough. Yeah, she dehydrates apple and pear. She has like one of those peelers that you put the apple on it and it peels it and cores it and slices it at the same time. You just crank it and then it turns it into this like long spiral. She dehydrates the spiral, or she flips the apple, puts one cut, and then it creates an apple ring or a pear ring, and then she dehydrates those. She's been considering getting a freeze dryer, and I've been kind of talking her out of it because she has multiple regular dehydrators, and a freeze dryer takes up like a ton of space, and it uses a lot of energy, and they're expensive. Whenever I describe these things, it makes it sound like my parents are millionaires. They're very much not. My parents are very much like frugal people. Like I wouldn't say they're both retired and they both had good jobs. They're not poor or anything, but like they're not rich. They just are very frugal, and my mom sells a lot of what she makes. I don't think that she's making a ton of money from her baked goods. I think it's more that she loves baking, and selling it is the only way to make sense of how much baking she does. But yeah, they're very frugal people. They buy things on sale. They preserve a lot of food. Like my mom preserves hundreds of jars of tomato sauce, and then she has a lot of customers who buy her stuff, but those customers also return the jars, and sometimes those customers at Christmas time will gift her a pack of 12 jars, and then they have a barn for storage, so like they have stored hundreds of jars, and it's always been this way. It's just on a larger scale now that they're working on a farm. But I always raid the meat freezer because meat is expensive, and I like to raid the meat freezer and get some nice cuts of meat whenever I babysit their house. And I told my dad that. I was like, my payment for babysitting the farm is that I take a nice cut of steak whenever I come here. And then he was like, you can fill your freezer every time you come here, and we wouldn't even notice. I miss when we just used and cleaned glass for things like that. Used and cleaned glass for things like that. What are you talking about? Extreme couponing seems to be calling your parents. My mom is a very good couponer. She price matches and she coupons, and she's always done that since we were little. And we don't have the same extreme couponing that you guys have in the US. You guys are able to like get your grocery bills down to 50 cents with your extreme couponing. Our stuff isn't really doable like that in Canada. The coupons are just they're not up to the same standard. Excuse me. But even so, my mom is very much, she's very organized when it comes to that sort of thing. Okay, so I think I've divided them fairly evenly, these balls of yarn. I've just got myself so hyped up for Christmas talking about all that stuff. My mom is going to make such good food. I think I'm going to bring the thing that Alex and I like to eat at Christmas time, which is smoked salmon. It's like a Russian thing. Smoked salmon on baguettes. You slice the baguettes. Oh, she'll do pesto bites too. Baguettes sliced with butter on the baguette, and then slices of smoked salmon. Only Alex and I will eat it because it's not part of my family's tradition, so they won't eat it. But that's fine by me. I'll eat the whole thing, and I'll take home whatever's left, and I will very much enjoy myself, and Alex will also. Okay, so I've separated the 3 colors into 4 balls of yarn each, so each one will be 1 piece of the granny square. That's the plan. Now, here's the question. Are we going to do it with a 6mm, or are we going to do it with a 4mm? Maybe we do it with a 4.5 and call it even, huh? I think so. I like your blouse. It's not a blouse. It's a dress that I paid $2.50 for. No, I didn't. I paid $17 for this. But it was really pretty, and I thought it was worth it. $17 at the thrift store. I was shopping with my sister. It's 3 tiers. It goes to my ankles. It kind of looks like a little bit Mormon, but at the same time, I love that it's not tight on my arms, which is awesome. We love finding one that's not tight, but it's long enough that I feel confident in it. It's got that, whatever that type of fabric where it's like super, it's like elastic has been sewn in to the top to create that fit. Look at it from a little bit farther away. How cute it is. Like a little bit Mormon, but also I don't care. I like how I look in it, so. Plus, Mormon fashion can be cool. I just have to pair it with like crystals and bright colors so that it looks like a little more modern, you know? If I paired it with like a crucifix or if I was wearing a cardigan with it, it would come off a little more Mormon than I intend. But I think it comes off just fine. Not Mormon, more Mennonite. Right, okay, fine. No, I feel like Mennonite, it would be solid color, but you're right, the shape, the cut, a little bit Mennonite-y. But also there's like tiers to the bottom, which I feel like it helps modernize. Also the fabric is totally not right for Mormon or Mennonite. Anyway, what does your family eat at Christmas time? Do you have like family things that are very much specific to your family that make you go like, oh, Christmas is coming? For me, it's this coconut chocolate thing my mom does. It's like coconut cookie for the bottom, coconut sweetened condensed milk and chocolate chips, and it's like a square. So good. And I'm looking forward to that. She also does Twix bars and just cookies in general, like not sugar cookies, the butter kind. What are the butter kind called? You know, shortbread. She does shortbread. She does the ones that my brain now has started calling imperial cookies, but that's not what my mom calls them. They have jam inside and a little maraschino cherry on top. You know the ones I'm talking about. She does Bakewell tarts. She does orange braid. Oh God, I'm so excited for all the baked goods that come with Christmas. Empire cookies. Did I call them imperial? I meant empire cookies. But there's another name for them. For empire cookies. She doesn't call them empire cookies. She calls them something else. How many days does she spend cooking? When it's just for the meal, probably 2 days. But when it's for the baking, she spends like the month of November and the month of December baking. Just like whenever she is not doing something else, she is probably baking. The cooking is usually like 2 days though. She is the Christmas. I honestly, like, if she said, I don't want to do Christmas anymore, I don't know what that would mean for our family. Like, I don't know what we would do. Because there's no way that any of the kids could fill in her shoes in terms of how much she does. Maybe if each of us chose 10 items, all 4 kids, we could come up with something close, but not really. Because she does everything from scratch, homemade. Like, when she does a meal, if she makes lasagna, she made the noodles, she made the cheese, and she made the sauce. And when I say made, I mean like she formed noodles out of dough, like she made the dough and then cooked the noodles. And with the cheese, it's like she buys milk and makes the cheese. And with the sauce, she grows the tomatoes, the basil, and the garlic and makes the sauce. So it's like a whole, like maybe the maybe the lasagna only takes her a day to make, but the ingredients were all homemade too. So yeah, I don't like, if it was like, Laura, you make the lasagna this year, it'll just never be the same thing because all the vegetables that she cooks for Christmas will be grown from her garden. Like, she'll do parsnips and carrots and onions as one of these side dishes, and they're all grown on the garden. Oh man, we made pasta for lasagna once. It was so good. It was paired with tomato sauce I made. It's good, right? Yeah, it's something else. She's something else, let me tell you. She is one of a kind when it comes to making a meal. Okay, so am I going to make the center just one round in the center and then change colors? You guys know how I love doing that, she said sarcastically. Excuse me. Good morning. It's great that your mom does everything homemade. I was just wanting to make my own mayonnaise without all the chemicals. Mayonnaise is like the easiest homemade thing, Marina. Honestly, once you make it once, you're going to be like, wait, what? why was I buying it? What a waste of money. The only reason it's good to buy purchased mayonnaise is because of how easy it is to just buy. But homemade mayonnaise is so easy. The only thing I would say that is different about homemade mayonnaise is that you kind of have to use it up like faster because it's got no preservatives in it. But it's so easy. When we had chickens, I stopped buying mayonnaise because we had so many eggs we needed to like find a use for that we started using our own eggs to make our own mayonnaise, and it's so good. Plus you can make your own flavored mayonnaises. Like, you know how you can buy like spicy mayo? You know, you can buy like spicy mayo with sriracha and stuff in it. You can make your own garlic mayo by just adding some minced garlic into your mayo. You can make your own like parsley mayo, basil mayo. You can just add stuff into your mayo to make it cool. I usually just did a little bit of mustard. Dijon mustard. I would just do Dijon mustard, olive oil, and egg yolks. That's it. And you mix those things together and it becomes mayonnaise that's delicious. And then if you want to be extra fancy, you add a little paprika, you add a little bit of salt, and then you add a little bit of like black pepper. Now you've got like a beautiful, well-rounded mayonnaise. A little bit of lemon juice if you want to be like just if you want to add more things, you can add like a squeeze of lemon juice. But really all you need is the egg and the oil. So if you wanted like just the least flavor possible, you do a clean oil like canola, something like really like neutral in flavor, canola oil and an egg yolk. And you mix that together and you've got like a super basic mayonnaise. But if you add a little bit of apple cider vinegar or lemon juice or white vinegar, you've added a little extra flavor profile. And then you can add paprika and black pepper, really finely ground black pepper, tiny bit of salt. If you want to get extra fancy with it, add a little bit of sriracha and a little bit of black pepper. And now you've got a whole bunch of fun flavors going on. God, I loved making mayo. It's so easy. I found this version of heating the yolks in a pan. Yeah. What I would recommend if you can do this, if you have access to a person who has eggs, like if you can go to the farmer's market and get fresh eggs, I would say just use those. But the eggs that you get at the grocery store, they're going to be pasteurized, so you don't need to heat the yolks. You can just go ahead and raw dog it with those yolks, put those yolks in, add the oil, bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle. You don't need to cook it. They're already pasteurized eggs, so you're fine. The chances of you giving yourself some pathogen are so low. And once it turns into mayo, it stops being gross that you're eating raw egg. Like, it stops feeling gross. I know that the first few times that I made it, I was like, there's just a yolk in here? I don't know about that. But after you make it a few times, it stops feeling weird. But I felt the same way about eating the eggs that our chickens laid. It took us, I'm going to say more than a month before we confidently ate our own eggs. We were selling them with no problem, but for some reason, because they were our pets, it felt so gross to eat their eggs. And then at some point I was just like, they're just eggs, it's fine. But at first I was like, ew, it's coming out of my pet. How yucky. And then it stopped feeling yucky for some reason. Stuff happens, okay? You just get used to it. Okay, so I'm just doing a granny square where I'm changing colors every round. I hate it because I hate making multiples of anything and I hate changing colors. Those are like two things I don't like doing when it comes to crochet, but we're just gonna go ahead and do it because we're really strong and independent people. Farm fresh butt nuggets. Yeah. And they're good for you. I know that farm fresh is great, and I knew that. And I knew that, like, Alex and I were still, for the first month that we had chickens, we were buying eggs. We were still going to Costco and buying eggs at the grocery stores. And we were selling the eggs that we were growing. So we had chickens, and we had customers coming to our house to buy eggs. And we were selling them eggs, and then we would go to the grocery store and buy eggs, because it felt weird. It felt weird eating chicken eggs when we were growing the chickens. It just felt weird. And then after a while, I was like, this is so bizarre that we're doing this, so I'm just going to cook something with them, and we're going to see if they taste better. I made 2 things, one with purchased eggs and one with homegrown eggs. And the homegrown eggs were yummy. And they tasted the same. They did look a little different. Homegrown eggs, they're fresh, so there's like this, they're like more held together. Like when you buy an egg at the grocery store and you crack it into a pan, it spreads out really far. A homegrown egg that was laid yesterday, it stays very compact together, doesn't spread out as much, and it's more, it's like tighter, it's like held together better, and then the yolk is darker. That's the only difference. The flavor was the same. Like people say, like, it tastes better. It doesn't. They taste exactly the same, but they are fresher. So we started eating them, and then eventually we had 47 chickens, because when you get 1 chicken, you need to get 2 chickens. You can't just have 1. That's crazy. So you get so we got 2 chickens to start. Diane and Clover. Diane started laying eggs 2 days after we got her, and Clover started a couple days after that. So we were getting 2 eggs every day. Less than a week later, we got Poppy, because we were like, we should have 3 chickens. 2 chickens is a weird number to have. Then we had 3 chickens for a couple weeks, and then we got 3 more chickens. After we got Poppy, we got Buttercup and Violet and MJ after those. So then now we had 6 chickens, and I was so happy with 6 chickens. Every single day I was checking the online message boards where people were selling chickens. So then the next week after that, we got 1 more chicken that was really beautiful. No, MJ we got on our own. We got Violet, Buttercup, and Olive. And then 1 week later, we got MJ. So then we had 7 chickens. And it was so much fun. And then we ended up with 12 chickens. And then we had 18 chickens. And then we had 21 chickens. And then we had 21 chickens. We had Posey and Rosie. And we had, we just had a lot of chickens. By the end of our first summer, we had like 21 chickens. Then our second summer, we got, still in the first summer, we got 3 more chickens from a kill farm, like a meat farm. They weren't meat chickens. They were chickens that were purchased from an egg laying facility. They had already done their 6 months as egg layers. So we got Daisy, Daisy, and there were 3 white chickens we got. Daisy, Fern, and the third one. Who was the third one? Anyway, 3 more. So anyway, we ended up with like 21. The following summer, we decided, let's make babies. So we incubated. Oh, and we got a boy. Right, we got 2 boys as babies. They were supposed to be girls, but they turned out to be boys. It's fine. So 23 chickens. 21 hens and 2 boys. So we incubated eggs the following summer, and we ended up with 47 chickens. The fun fact, 3 chickens takes up no room. 6 chickens takes up the same amount of room that 21 chickens takes up. 21 chickens takes up the same amount of room that 47 chickens takes up. So once you have 12 chickens, you might as well have 47 chickens. That's basically the math. Yes, they require more food, but like it doesn't feel like it's that much more. So once you have 20 chickens, you might as well have 50 chickens. That's just basically how chicken math works. And I loved having chickens so much, and I will have chickens again. I will be someone who has chickens in the future. They have been scrubbed and shaken through processing. I love fresh eggs. I wish I could have some ducks here, but that needs a permit in town. Interesting. Yeah, duck eggs weird me out still. Don't know why, but they do. I guess I would have to have ducks before I could eat duck eggs, you know? We bought them at the farmer's market once, and they're harder. The shells are harder, and that grossed me out. I don't know why, but eating eggs on an animal that had harder eggs grossed me out. They have a richer flavor than chicken eggs. That wasn't the part that grossed me out. It was the fact that the shell is harder. It felt like I'm not supposed to be breaking this. But yeah, I will definitely be a chicken owner again, and I will definitely have chicken math happen to me again. I already know there are a few breeds of chicken that I really loved having, and a few breeds of chicken that I didn't love having. Like, the Barred Rock. Barred Rocks, they're mean. I loved MJ because she was so pretty. But MJ was a mean chicken, and she bullied all of the other chickens, and I blamed that on the fact that she was a barred rock. Maybe it wasn't, that's the reason, but that's what it felt like. So, I don't think I would get a barred rock again, even though they're pretty. Excuse my coughing, I'm so sorry. I definitely want to have a buff Orpington, which is like a yellow henny penny chicken. They're such a pretty hen. And I would get a chocolate Orpington, and I would get a black, the kind that Diane was. She was a, what was she called? The prettiest one. You need a lozenge. Talking a lot is drying your throat out. Well, I have a lozenge right here, so let's go ahead and do that. Excuse me. I'd love to have chickens and to be strong enough to use them for meat if needed. It's the very least I know I can eat the eggs. And if I can't eat the birds, I'll put them in the garden. Yeah, I would love to be strong enough to eat the chickens. It's not currently. It wasn't ever something I was able to do. Even when our chickens died, we just buried them or offered them to the local foxes. We had one time when our chickens were totally massacred by foxes. Well, one fox came and killed like 6 or 7 chickens. And we were going to bury them. And then I was like, they died for nothing. If we bury them, they were just dead for nothing. And the fox is still hungry. Like, if we bury them, the fox is going to come back for more because it didn't even eat what it killed. So instead, we went out to the cornfield in our backyard and went to the far corner of the cornfield and left the chickens there for the foxes. And had our own little funeral for them. That was heartbreaking. That was the first time I ever had to kill something. I've never had to kill a pet. I mean, I've never wanted to kill a pet, but that was the first time I ever had to kill an animal that was super, super upsetting. One of our chickens, one of my favorites, her name was Clover. She had been totally just ripped apart by this fox, but she wasn't dead. And I was so heartbroken. She wasn't going to live. Like, she was probably going to die within the hour. She was very damaged. And I felt so horrible because I loved her so much. I couldn't bear watching her die. And I obviously did not want to kill her. But I was like, she's literally just bleeding and crying. And I didn't have any way to make her feel better. I didn't have any medicine I could give her to soften this blow. She was terrified. And I had to literally break her neck. And it was like I vomited in my mouth while it was happening. It was so hard. It was so screwed up. And it was very, very traumatizing. And it's something I still remember. And I can still remember how it felt while it was happening. I can still remember how it sounded, how it felt in my hands. It was very, very, very not good. And I really would never want to have to do that again. But if you have chickens, it's like one of those things where you kind of have to decide moment to moment, those sorts of things. It was too messed up. It was too messed up. Yep, it was. However, she didn't deserve to suffer any longer. She was one of my most gentle chickens. She raised chicks. She was so friendly, and when you would call the chickens, she would be like running ahead of everybody to come get snacks. She was fat. She was so sweet and so friendly and so gentle, and she was such a good mama to the baby chicks. But she didn't deserve to suffer, so I put her out of her suffering and had a full little meltdown afterwards, obviously, because it was very hard to watch. And I would never want to do that again, but I will do that again. If I have chickens, the chances of having to do that again are so non-zero. So it's like one of those things where it's like I would never want that for anyone. But if you have chickens, you may have to do that. If you have chickens, you may have to put down your chicken. And it's not easy to do. And if you have a chicken that's suffering, I wouldn't have had time to take her to a vet to have her put down. She would have died before that. I was literally just putting her out of her misery. There was no saving her. Yeah, it was, wow, that sucked so bad. I'm almost in tears. Why am I so sensitive right now? Because it's a screwed up, sad story about a pet. It wasn't just a chicken, you know what I mean? Like, she was a pet. I loved her very much. She got sick before, and I just kept her inside my house. Like, I turned on the shower on hot so that she could have steam. She got a cold the previous winter. She stayed in the house for like a week because she had a cold. Like, I loved this chicken. It wasn't just an animal that lived on my farm, you know what I mean? So it wasn't just like, oh, I have to put this animal out of its misery. It was like, I have to kill Clover, and Diane is her best friend. Like, it wasn't just killing a chicken. I had to kill Clover. And I was also sad that Clover was hurt. Like, it was very screwed up. It was, like, super not cool. And then I was feeling sad for Diane because Diane was going to wake up the next day and Clover wasn't going to be there, and Clover and Diane were best friends. Diane was my favorite chicken. I still have Diane. Anyway, be prepared for trauma if you decide to get chickens, is my point. Excuse me. Sorry if I've just traumatized you with graphic description of what can happen. I still have Diane. Yes, I do. I have her skeleton. It's something I still have to finish putting together. I just have her skeleton, you know. Totally normal. Just a normal people thing to do. Don't you have your pet's skeletons? Here's my cat's skull right here. I will keep not like a serial killer, but kind of like a serial killer. I will keep trophies of all my pets because I don't want to let them go. And Diane, I love her very much still. I just have to finish assembling her. We have their ashes. Yep. See, you're just as weird. You kept her body burned. At least I didn't even burn her body. I'm joking. It's not, I'm joking. But like, other people keep trophies, but we do collect random dead things we find. Exactly. People collect bones. I just already have the bones. I didn't have to collect them. They were already here. That's another project we have to do together. I feel like that would be more fun to do together than it would for me to just sit here and do it on my own. It's basically like a puzzle. I have all of Diane's bones, I just have to assemble them together properly. Most of them are assembled, but she fell, and even though she was super glued together, when she fell, it crashed, and a big mess was had. Anyway, even with all the trauma that comes with having chickens, I would do it again. I will do it again, not would do it again. I will do it again. I will have chickens. And I will love them. And I will kill them if I have to. Just how it goes. Farm animals are different than pets. Yes, they can still be pets, but they are different than pets. Okay, so here's how the granny square is looking now. I'm on my 4th row. And it looks cute. On my 5th row. And it looks cute. I'm just doing a regular granny square. So chain or 3 double crochets separated by a chain 1. I have my big ginger cat right now on your lap. Oh, do you? Oh God, I want to show you what my cat is doing right now. Hold on. There's my cat. The vent is underneath that table, and he's just sleeping right in front of the vent. How cute is that? Look at my, this is my shelves when they're neat, by the way. That's a neat shelf. That's organized, but yeah, he's warm. Just sitting, doing cat things. How cats do. I'm gonna put him here. This is just as warm. There's a vent that's underneath here. My little baby. Why are you so small and so tired? You tired, baby? Really? He took Thunder's spot, yeah. Well, Thunder has a cozy bed, and the vent points at Thunder's bed. So he's fine. Oh, my foot fell asleep there. You sleepy guy. Look at this sleepy cat. Were you up all night or something? Hmm? He's like, where am I? What happened? Oh, that's a nice purr you got going right now. Alright. Wish you could hear it. I can't hear it, but I can feel it. Maybe I can bring the mic close enough that you guys can hear it. You tell me if you hear it. Do you hear it? He's a happy boy. Did you hear his purring? A little bit? Okay, well, a little bit's better than nothing. Now he's gonna make muffins. He's got work to do. He's got to check into the muffin factory. By the way, if you've not clicked the like button yet, don't forget to click the thumbs up today. It helps the channel, and you're already here. So please click the thumbs up button, please and thank you. Click it for Rohan, who's working overtime at the muffin factory right now. Anywho, here's my little story time about chickens. Oh, I was wondering there. Yeah, he's working overtime at the muffin factory. Intently baking. Yes, he's intently baking. He's got his feet doing his little muffins. He's a hard worker. I put a blanket in his box today. I decided if he's gonna sleep in a cardboard box and it looks like I'm a neglectful parent letting him just sleep in a box, at least I'll put a blanket in it for him. That being said, he prefers it as a box. Yes, we know the Muffin Man, exactly. You know who knows the Muffin Man is Rohan. Look at my little zoo here. I've got birds here. I've got a doggy here. I got a kitty cat here, and I'm surrounded by plants. This is like the way I want my life to be. Now just add 47 chickens outside, and I'm gonna be happy as a clam. Why is it happy as a clam? What makes clams happy? Why are they happy? Why are they considered the happy thing? Is it because their smile goes all the way across their face? Why happy as a clam? Clams have eyeballs. Very yucky. Not a cute look. Okay. We're getting somewhere. I don't know how big we need to make this. I think I said it needs to be 12 inches across. Louisa, thank you. You're so nice. Do you see we have a little goal for today? Thank you for your super chat, Louisa. I have a little goal for today. YouTube suggested. There's a new thing that YouTube has on the live stream where you can like make a goal for the day, and it shows on the top. Why does it only show 2? There's 3. I made goal ends in 15 minutes. No, I don't want it to end in 15 minutes. Learn more. I thought I put it as a 30-minute thing. Live chat. If I had money, I would super chat. I appreciate that. No worries. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Where did it go? Yeah, there's 3 super chats. Why is it only showing there's only 2? Does it only last a certain amount of time? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what to do here. I know that I had it as a goal. Why does it end in 14 minutes? That's not true. I put it as 3 hours, which is the whole live stream. Oh, because I started it at 8 o'clock. I didn't start it at 8 though. It's supposed to be so rude. Help me out here, YouTube. Why you be difficult like this? Just hold on. Let me just... Okay, and customization. No, details. Well, oh well, I tried. I tried to make a thing. I tried to follow YouTube's recommendation for the live stream. It didn't work. Thank you for your super chat. It's part of a coffee. I appreciate that. And I will use it for a coffee. I mean, €2 is the price of a coffee, I think. I don't think it's part of a coffee. I think it's a whole coffee, because euros are worth more than dollars. So it's like very useful. So thank you. Please don't super chat if you cannot afford to super chat. I do not want you to use money that you do not have. Please and thank you. If you have spare change, go for it, but please do not use your part of your monthly budget on super chats for me. Please and thank you. Take care of yourselves first. I will be here anyway. I just put the goal because YouTube said I should, and I thought it would be a fun way to jazz up the live stream. I don't know. And maybe whenever, I always think when I'm doing what YouTube says, YouTube is more likely to promote the channel to other people. So I figure I do all the things YouTube suggests, and then YouTube might put the video in front of more eyes. So you don't have to feel obligated to do anything. Please and thank you. Anyway, now that we've talked about a whole bunch of random and dark stuff, what happy stuff is there to talk about? How big is a 2-year-old? This is going to be, I think 12 inches might be a little big for the arms, but 10 inches should be good. I think I'll do 10 inches across for the arms, and then 12 inches for the body. That should do it. Oh, gosh, I love babies so much. There's so many babies in my life right now. It is baby season for my age group. I'm 32, I think, 32, 92, yeah, 32. Yeah, wow, that was weird. I was exploring the chat. Oh, awesome. Anyway, I'm 32, so all of my friends are between the ages of 28 and 35, 28 and 40, let's say. And therefore, everybody's getting pregnant and having babies, and I am enjoying it because that means I get to be an auntie to all kinds of babies up in this world. There are babies all over the place. So currently, I have 3 toddlers, 3 toddlers, 3 infants, and 3 on the way. So 3 on the way or 4 on the way? 3 toddlers, 3 infants, and 4 on the way. So I have just babies. There's just babies everywhere is what's going on. And I very much am enjoying it. And the infants, we've got the twins. And then 1-year-old. The twins are newborns. Then we have a 1-year-old. Then we have 3 2-year-olds-ish? 2-ish. Anything between 2 years and 3 years is 2 years, right? Anyway, there's babies all over my life right now. I am just surrounded by babies, and I am totally okay with it. And there's more coming. There's 1, 2, 3. 3 on the way, with a 4th that I think is on the way, but hasn't been announced yet. Like, hasn't been told to me, but like, you know, there have been hints. We're hanging out and let's have a drink. No, I'm not in the mood. Are you not in the mood, or are you pregante? That's where I'm at. But I'm not gonna call out my friends. I'll let them tell me when they're ready, but I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna just be an auntie to a full just litter of children. And I'm very excited about it. And there's still people who haven't even had kids yet, like who are with a long-term partner, have the intention of someday having kids, and haven't had any yet. So they're still completely unplanned, uncreated babies that are like in the workings. At least in my heart they are. I'm looking forward to it. I love babies. And I'm such a good auntie. I can't wait to just dress all of these kids in silly little handmade things. And my little sister is having a girl. She told me I can tell you, don't worry. But she's having a girl, and her name is Elizabeth. and we already love Elizabeth very much. So Alistair, I'm not talking about the names and genders of any of the kids that have not been given express permission to talk about. So when I just talk about like my sister's kids, I'm not giving you their ages and genders because I've not been given permission to do so. But my little sister has given me permission to talk about her kids. So like I don't share pictures of them or anything because that's private, but I do talk about them. Like, you know, Alistair is a boy, and you know, Elizabeth is a girl. And Elizabeth is not with us yet. She's still cooking. She's still in the oven. But she is now, what's crazy is she's now viable. Ever since my friend had those babies freakishly early, my friend had twins 3 months early. And that's very early. 3 months early is really too early to be having a baby. Those babies were not cooked. They're fine now, but like they were not cooked yet. So Elizabeth is now technically cooked. Like she'd be early and she'd be in hospital. She wouldn't be just coming home right away. But like she's now viable. Excuse me? That seems bananas to me. Also, viable sounds like such a gross clinical term. The baby is viable. But to me, that sounds crazy. So, like, if Elizabeth was born, she'd be okay. What? She's not due for a long time, but she'd be okay. Like, obviously, we don't want her to be born anytime soon. I'm just saying to me, seems crazy that she could be. Okay, family group chat going wild. Excuse me. Anyway, looking forward to all the babies coming into my life. I'll be a very happy auntie. That's for sure. Oh yeah, I was asking, you guys didn't answer. What do you guys do for Christmas? What are your Christmas foods that you guys go to? Like when you have family Christmas, if you used to or if you still do, what are like the go-to foods? Are you guys always doing the same things, or do you do different food each year, or do you have the same desserts each year? This year's going to be a new year for me because we're not doing like a meal, we're doing appetizers, but every year we do the same sorts of things, so I'm excited to see what a different year could look like. Last year, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But this year, isn't your kid going to be nearby now, Candace? Last year, your kid wasn't close. Isn't your kid close now? And there's a little one in the workings. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich sounds really good right now. She does not do holidays. Oh, well, okay then. That's kind of crappy. I mean, fine, you don't have to do gifts, but like the holiday meal, she won't be here till February. Oh, okay. I love a holiday meal. I love a meal where everyone in my family is in the same spot. I would be fine with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich if we were all together, but at the same time, I do love a holiday meal. I love, love, love having just a table full of just wildness, and I love having an unlimited number of desserts. I also love when my mom makes homemade whipped cream. That's important. So even if she's not doing a sit-down meal, I hope she's doing something that involves homemade whipped cream. That would make me happy. I should text that to her. Hey, whatever you're making, can it involve homemade whipped cream, please? Thank you. Love you. Charcuterie will be fun. Oh, but my little sister won't be able to enjoy it because she's pregnant. You're not supposed to eat like meat. You're not supposed to eat cured meats. You're supposed to only eat cooked meat. I mean, I guess she could like microwave it or something. I don't know the rules. Why can't you have salami when you're pregnant? That seems rude. Because you know what you're craving when you're pregnant? Weird stuff. You're not craving cooked chicken breast. You're craving salami and pickles. You know what I mean? growing up, my grandma did the big dinner. Then it went to my aunt, but I've missed some years. The grandma. My mom is the grandma now. Which is also crazy to think about. Oh, shuba.
Shuba.
That's a Russian food that will be at New Year. When I had moved away, we had a dinner ourselves. Did you do anything special that was your thing? What's your favorite part of the Christmas meal, Alex?
Sorry?
What's your favorite part of, like, holiday meals?
The people.
The food part, I mean. What's your favorite? The people. You like eating people?
I guess I like everything. I like the whole like table setup with all the different little things.
Yeah. Is there anything that you're like, oh, I'm so excited to eat that?
Not really.
Just a plate?
Just like the whole vibes. You know. Royalty.
The royalty of it all?
Yeah. Get a bigger table, longer table, with those plates made out of bread, or whatever they're called.
Of bread?
Yeah.
A plate made of bread?
Did they use bread before they had plates or something like that?
I don't know. Did they?
I don't know. I thought you'd know.
I would imagine they would have had plates for quite some time.
Oh, okay.
Bread plates.
Anyway.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
One year I did a Cornish hen for each person. Freaked everyone out. They barely ate it. Oh gosh. That sucks. So it was turkey next time, or prime rib. Yeah, I love turkey, but I don't think we're doing turkey this year, which is a little sad. My mom's doing appetizers this year, Alex.
Sorry?
She's doing appetizers.
Ooh.
Everything's gonna be a finger food.
Cool. Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
And cheese.
Yep. So I think if we bring salmon, that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
It'll fit in. Not that anyone else in my family will eat it, but you and I will.
Is anybody gonna eat it?
Nope, just us.
I mean, I won't complain.
I won't either. We'll bring it home and
Yeah,
we'll...
Josh first will take it back.
Exactly, and we'll both be very pleased with it.
Tell your friends we sort of kind of maybe decided on our presents.
Yeah, we maybe sort of kind of decided on our presents. One sec, I have to blow my nose. No, my family does not eat smoked salmon. I know, it is delicious. But they're not into, like, trying new things. So, not that they're not into trying new things. They don't think they'll like it, so nobody tends to eat it. Maybe my mom or dad will try it, but it's not like... It's not part of our holiday meals, so it doesn't make sense to them to have as part of a holiday meal.
I mean, they're not really a fan of sushi.
And they don't like sushi. But smoked salmon is not like sushi.
It's not too far off from like the rice salmon rolls that I like.
I guess, but it's smoked, not raw.
Yeah.
Why? Because it looks raw? I don't know. Oh my god, calm down. The family group chat. Always going wild in my home. Christmas time is the group chat. I wonder if Alex likes the Russian dish holodets. Alex! He's already gone. Can't ask. When he comes through again, I'll ask him. I know he loves shuba because shuba is delicious. It's like herring, potato, beet salad. It's very weird, but it's very good. He's not a huge fan of anything with beets or with cabbage in it because so many of the dishes when he was young had beets and cabbage in them. So he's not a huge fan of those. But I don't know, a jelly soup? What's the jelly? I don't know why they don't like it though, Candace. I feel like they would like a bagel with lox, you know? Like, I like Shiva as well. Yep, Shiva, oh, you said, you call it Shiva? Shuba is what they call it. Shuba, and it has like a SCH sound, Shuba. But it's delicious. It is like my favorite part of the meal. I eat like a plate of it when his mom makes it. It's so good. I saw a recipe, Dutch babies with smoked salmon, so good. Oh, that sounds so yummy. I love Dutch babies. They're so good. It's like a pancake, an eggy, it's like a giant Yorkshire pudding. So putting smoked salmon on a giant Yorkshire pudding sounds good to me. Shuba is very tasty though. If you've never had it, it doesn't sound good. Like the description of it doesn't sound good and it doesn't look delicious. It looks ugly or it looks weird. If you've never had it before, like if you didn't grow up in an Eastern European family, Shuba. If you, Shuba salad. If you didn't grow up in an Eastern European in an Eastern European family, it does not look good. It looks weird. But if you grow up in an Eastern European family, it's just part of holiday eating. This is what it looks like. The little gray pieces are fish. It's pickled herring or smoked herring, excuse you. The purple on top is shredded beets. Then it's got mayonnaise, it's got cooked carrots, it's got potatoes, and I think egg. It's like a lot of really weird stuff together, but when you eat it, when Alex's mom makes it, it looks like this. Again, she's not the prettiest. I mean, it's a pretty color. She's not the nicest looking salad, but the flavor of this is unreal. Oh, it also has pickles in it. So it's got pickles chopped up. It's got eggs chopped up. It's got potatoes. It's got mayo. It's got carrots shredded, beets shredded, and pickled herring. It looks gross. It sounds gross. The flavor is unlike anything you've ever had. It's so good. What do you take that has the salmon? Oh, we just do, it's a sliced baguette. You take a baguette and you slice it into like 1/2-inch slices. You put butter on them and then you put smoked salmon on top of that. And it's just a really tasty method to eat smoked salmon. It's very pretty and colorful. Okay, you call it whatever you want to call it. When I read the description of it, to me, it sounds gross. But Alex's mom made it the first year I participated in his family's New Year Christmas traditions, and I have been hooked ever since. It is, I think, my favorite Russian food. It's so good. The flavor is amazing. It's like sweet and salty and tangy, and I could eat more than one serving of it very happily. It's really tasty. But when you read all of the ingredients in it, you're like, those were put together on purpose? It's kind of like a potato salad that also has fish. That's kind of what it is. I feel like smoked salmon on a water cracker with wasabi, mayo, red onion, and capers. Oh, I like that. That sounds delicious. I like those ingredients, and I think those would all taste great together. They just do it on a baguette, and it is a great way to deliver smoked salmon to your face. Red onions are awesome. Sounds very rich, the shuba. It is very rich. It's a very, like, it's a side dish. That's why it's called a salad. It's not like the meal. It's a side dish because it is very rich. It's like salty and rich, but it's so good. It's so good. It's my favorite thing that his mom makes. I've made it one time, and it was really hard to make. She doesn't make it look like it's hard to make, but it's like so many different bits that have to be shredded and cooked separately before you put them all together. Like, you shred the carrots, and then you cook the shredded carrots, but you can't cook them too much because they still need to be shredded. And then the beets, I think the beets are also cooked. I don't know. All I know is it's a lot. It's a lot of work, but it's so tasty. I also love beets. I love pickled beets. I love cooked beets. Beets are like one of my... Ooh, I love them. I want ceviche now. That sounds good too. Give me a poke bowl any day. Man, I love eating food, literally. Like, I want to get on that Ozempic craze so that I can lose a bunch of weight and just be skinny without worrying about it. However, the idea of not finding food appetizing, kind of a sad mix. Just fish. Is ceviche just fish? Doesn't it have, like, seasonings on it? You're not just eating straight raw fish. You have, like, vinegar and soy sauce. I don't know. There's stuff on it, right? It don't work that way, I take it. Well, it don't work that way, but, like, I want it to. Candace, I want it to. What does it do? But you also are doing it for the reason it was originally made, so maybe it doesn't do that for you. But if I don't have any of the reasons that it's originally made for, then maybe it does do that for me. It's raw fish in acid, so sort of cooked? Right, it's raw fish that's been somehow processed in a way that makes it not completely like raw fish. Fish cooked with lime juice. Delicious. See, that sounds not delicious, but I know it is. See, there's a lot of things that when you describe them, they don't have the vibe of deliciousness, but then they give it a good title, like ceviche, and you're like, ooh, that's probably fancy. I can't wait for my daughter to be down. She's a foodie, so here we come, Mandarin. Oh, God, my sister loves the Mandarin. The last time I went was when we went on Canada Day, because they had a free day, and I do love the Mandarin. That used to be like our birthday place, Candace, when we were young. It would be like, where do you want to go for your birthday? If it was a regular birthday, you'd go to Kelsey's. If it was a fancy birthday, then we would go to the Mandarin. It wasn't $35 back then, though. It's so expensive to go now compared to when we were kids. It slows your digestion, so you feel full longer and don't eat too much, basically. See, that sounds great, because I don't feel full unless I am so full that I feel like I'm dying. So that'd be super. I also can just eat casually anytime, all the time. Here's my granny square now. And here's how much yarn I have left in all three colors. So there's a good amount of the brown left. Okay, so first lime juice, then salt, pepper, onions, sweet corn, cilantro, chilies, and some crunchy stuff. Okay. I have mixed results with cilantro. There's one dish that I like it in, and it's like fish tacos, but it has to be like fish tacos from a restaurant so that they put the right amount in, because if I put the amount of cilantro in something, it ends up being yucky. I think there's cilantro at the pho place that we go also. At the pho place that we go. So I think there's cilantro there too. And those are the only two places that I've ever been able to like enjoy food that has cilantro in it. Fish tacos and pho, which is like a fish soup. It doesn't have to be a fish soup, but I like it as the fish version. But otherwise, I don't really like cilantro. I don't like the way it smells. I don't like the way it makes my hands smell. Like when I handle cilantro, my mom grows it. My granny square's coming along. I think that there's going to be enough. I wasn't really sure if we were going to have enough yarn for it. I think there is. I hope there's enough yarn to do the next round with the dark green. That's where we're gonna find out. Just when you don't do it. Hold on. If you're in the birthday club, you get yours free if 3 other adults go. Ooh, that sounds great. I make coriander chutney and I love it. Well, cilantro and coriander are the same plant, but coriander is the seed and cilantro is the leaf. In case you didn't know. I mean, you knew, obviously, but in case someone else watching didn't know. I got a green hot chutney at the grocery store last time we went. It was on sale, and I was like, I'll just try it. And it's really good, and I don't know what's in it. I have to look at the ingredients. But it's very bright green, and it added a very bright flavor to something. Cilantro, just when you don't do it. What about cilantro when you don't do it? Baby plant versus mature leaves. The cilantro, just when you don't do it. What are you talking about? So what about cilantro? You only notice it when you don't do it? No, coriander is a seed, not the leaf. Coriander's the seed. Baby plant versus mature leaves. Okay, so is the baby plant where the tasty cilantro is and the mature leaves are where the yucky cilantro is? I'm not a doctor. Look, now he's sleeping like a good kitty. I love when he's cute. Why are you saying come here? Come here, Beelzebub. Come here. Hi, baby. Come here. Come here. You like cilantro at restaurants. That's what I mean. Yes, I like cilantro at restaurants. I like restaurant-flavored cilantro. Oh, just when you don't do it. I get it, yes. I like cilantro when I don't do it. I like cilantro when someone else handles it and when it's on a fish dish. I see. It just took me a minute. Sometimes just need a little help understanding. I'll get there. We'll end up where we need to be. Oh, hi, you ended up coming after all. Hey, baby. Come here. Come on. Come here. Hi, Beelzebub. Hey. You want to come sit with me? Silly bird. What is up with her? She wants to hang out with me, but she doesn't want me to hang out with her. That's what's up. That's my sweater, not yours. Do you want some orange peel? Oh, is that what you were looking at? The orange peels. Oh, so tasty. Come here. Come on. Here. Step up. Here. Come here. She's just a little devil, that's all. Oh yeah, Gary? She's just gonna sneak up on me. I want that orange peel. Give me that orange peel. I'll eat it over here. I wonder if I have enough of the green to get around one more time. She doesn't eat the orange peel. She just wants to hold on to it and rip it apart. It's her fun. It smells nice though, so I don't mind. Oh golly. I think I'm gonna bring over all my Christmas presents to my parents in the next couple days so that on Christmas we can just show up and they're already all under the tree. I have a zoo. And that's the way, I like it. My dad called me this morning and I didn't get the call and I got a voicemail and I listened to the voicemail, but I had just woken up and it said, "Hey honey, give me a call back. It's about Thursday." And I was like, "What are you talking about? It's Wednesday." And I was like, he said, "It's about Thursday." Like, and I heard the message as though he was saying, "I'm calling on Thursday." Like, "I'm calling you, it's about 2:00. It's about Thursday." And then I realized he meant what he's calling about is Thursday, but I have no idea what he's talking about, so. He needs me for something on Thursday, but I don't know what. I tried calling him back, but he didn't pick up. So that happened. Why do you gotta sit on my sweater to eat that? Come here. That sweater is now all covered in orange peel pieces. That's not nice. I don't want that. Here. Gary, you want a piece? You can come get one. Weaving in ends is the worst part of the project. Bless you. Oh. Come here. You can have one, Gary. You just gotta come over here. Come on, baby. Hi, Beelzebub. Come here. What happened with the shawl? I changed my mind and I don't want to make it anymore. Now I'm making a baby sweater instead. And the baby sweater is going to be granny squares. Nice. On the freshly mopped floor? We love that for you, don't we? Thanks, Beelzebub. This is why you have to mop your floor all the time if you have birds. Did you see her just poop on my floor? Don't worry, I have a mop in the corner of the room ready to go. That's not yours. I see you found a little toothpick to play with, huh? Just to rip apart? Hey? Come here. Okay, or fly away. I have a new prescription for my glasses. Old frame, new lenses. Oh, that's good that they were able to put it in your old frame. Alex got new prescriptions this year, and he got new frames with them because it was the same price either way. They were like, "What frames do you want?" He picked the same frames. So he got new frames, but they're the same frames as his old frames. That's That's how he do. Can't say I'm surprised. But now they're the new prescription, so it's good. At least now he'll see. I want to get my eyes checked soon. I wonder if there's any any vision impairment, vision loss. What do you call that? I have never needed glasses, so I wonder. I definitely have astigmatism. Have an astigmatism. I don't know. I know I have a very hard time driving at night because the lights are very hard for me to see through. There's just lights are blinding me at nighttime driving. I can do it, I just really don't like to do it, you know? So, I look now a little like Mirabelle from the movie Encanto from Disney, just 35 years older. Oh, that's cute. I like her glasses. I have to go now, so I'll see you all Friday. Enjoy your day. You too, Michelle. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, I get that too, the glare. Yeah, it's like the lights expand and then everything else gets so dark. So like I can't see the road. All I can see is the car lights that are coming towards me and the car lights that I'm following. So that's great. And then the street lights are so bright that I can't see anything outside of the street lights. So all I see is the car lights and the street lights. I can't see like the buildings. It makes Christmas so much prettier. As long as I'm not the one driving, Candace, then I can enjoy the Christmas lights. Otherwise, I'm panicking because all I can see is the lights. Beelzebub is just tearing apart a little stick she found. Yeah, just rip it apart. Just drop it all on the floor. No problem. See, when she says hey like that, it's because she knows what she's doing she would get in trouble for. And what I say when she's doing things she's not supposed to do, I say hey. So when she says hey, it's because she knows she's doing something she's not supposed to. That's what birds do. They learn the words you say when they're in trouble, and then they use them when they're doing something that's trouble. Right? You go, hey. You're gonna go, hey. Yeah, I know you're doing something. Yeah, hi. What do you think you're doing? That was mine. She's looking at me, chewing on a stick, saying, hey. Yeah, I hear you. I know you're doing something you're not supposed to. Yeah, hi. I don't know if there's going to be enough yarn to do this last round. We'll see. If there's not, then I'm going to be like annoyed about having to pull it back. But I'm hopeful. If I'm just careful and I keep my tension a little tight, maybe we'll be okay. I don't think we are going to be okay, now that I'm saying it out loud. We're only halfway around the round and there's only this much yarn left. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not giving up though. Not until I know for sure, because imagine if we have just enough. How nice that would be. It could happen. We might have just enough. This is a cute little colorway though, isn't it? These three together. They look cute for a little baby sweater. Come on, green. You can do it. I believe in you. Last, you can do it. I love the combo. Need to make it as big as a big poncho. Oh, that would be a beautiful color group for a big poncho. Too bad I'm using all that remains of these yarns. Come on, yarn. I believe in you. You can do it. Schrodinger's yarn ball. The ball is not enough yarn and it is enough yarn at the same time. I'm keeping my tension a little bit tight right now because I'm really wanting to live all the way around. This is the amount of yarn I have left, and I need to get across this side and halfway across this side. It could happen. It's possible. It's not probable, but it's possible. Right? Just believe in me. You have it in both eyes? I don't know if I have it in both eyes. I don't know at all. I've never been to an optometrist. I've just assumed I have perfect eyes. Come on, yarn. Please make it around. We are very close now. We just have to get around one more corner and we're gonna be golden. So please don't screw with me right now. I believe. Oh God, please let there be enough. If there's not enough, I'm gonna be so disappointed because this would be perfect. If there is enough, then there's like just enough, which means that there's enough to do this on all 4 pieces. Please. Just a few more stitches. You can do it. Nope, don't chain one there. There's just a few more stitches, like barely even any. Just hold on. There's only a few more. You can do it. I believe. I don't believe. I think we're running out. I think we're going to be out of yarn. Damn it. I'm going to just not give up. I'm not giving up. Don't you give up on me, yarn. Don't do it. Oh my God, I'm running out. I'm going to be out of yarn. Oh, this is how much I have left. But I need to get over to here. I'm not going to have enough. Not even if I keep my tension super tight, there's not going to be enough. That's so the worst. Ugh. I had 2 shells left. I'm short by 2 shells. So I'm going to just use one of the other balls of yarn, which is crappy. It's fine. Beelzebub, I can see you in my peripheral vision. I see you doing crimes. What are you looking to do? How long of a tail did you leave at the beginning? Like, not a very long one. Long enough to weave in. It's fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure in total we'll have enough. That's what you get for talking chicken earlier. Well, I knew we were going to be playing yarn chicken at some point. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's going to suck every single time that I do this because I'm going to run out of green every single time at this exact point, but we're going to make it work. Excuse me. Oh, I coughed right into the mic. I apologize. Okay, so here's how big our rectangle is now. Oh, little back crack there. Love that for me. Okay, and now we need my measuring tape. Well, I don't need a measuring tape. I can use a ruler. It's not very big. We need this to get to 10 inches for the sleeves. Of course, the only one I have that has numbers that show is my gorgeous centimeter one. You don't have any visible numbers anymore? Why would you? Really, none? All the numbers are off on this ruler. That's silly. But it's got a straight edge, so I can't throw it out because it still works for a straight edge. It just doesn't work for measuring. Okay, come here, you. Do you have inches? Some of them. Let's see, how far do we get? We are at 9 inches across. Okay, so we still need to do a few more rounds, but we can't do any more dark green rounds. So now it's just going to be brown and light green for the rest of it. But that's so cute. This is going to be the sleeve. That's actually probably long enough for a baby sleeve. Yeah, actually that is long enough. So that's it. That's going to be how big we go for a sleeve. And then we'll go a little farther for a body piece. Get out of here, Beelzebub. Get out of here. Go on. Doing crimes. Okay, so now we can start our second piece. We'll still have extra of the brown and the green then for the bodies. And what I'll do is I'll just make my, hey, stop it. She's just over here to do crimes. I'll do my centerpieces. I'll do everything from here on. I'll do a little bit more tight. That's what you get for talking chicken. It's true. 1, 2, 3. One, 2. Stop coming over here to do crimes, Beelzebub. I'm not interested in your crimes. Go away. Go away. Go on. No, don't come here. I'm saying go away. 2, 3. 1, 2. No, not come here. I'm saying go away. 1, 2. And 3. No, not come here. Don't tell me come here, because you're not going to come here when I put my hand out. You're going to fly away, so fly away. Stop trying to pretend to be cute if you're not being cute. 1 and 2. And 3 more. 1, 2. Beelzebub, go away. Go on. Go. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2. And then 3 more. 1, 2. And 3. Oh, excuse me. And then 2 more. 1 and 2. And then we can cut our yarn. And we'll cut it a little shorter to try and save a tiny bit of yarn. What I'm thinking though is I'm gonna just go straight into the next, these balls, right? Because then I'll know how much I have left extra after that. Yeah. Excuse me. Ew, long fingernails. Why did she do that? Because for videography, it makes it prettier on video. Does not make it easier to function though. 1 and 2 and turn. Weaving in these ends is gonna suck. Oh well. That's what we get for changing colors. This is why I like doing granny squares all in one color. It's not because I like how it looks. I think it looks so cute when we have these stripes. Look at how cute these stripes are. But look at all these ends I'm gonna have to weave in. Ugh. On both sides I have ends. Gross. But the stripes themselves look very cute. And a little sleeve, look at how cute that will be as a sleeve on a baby's little tiny baby arm. Very cute. Excuse me. Gotta stretch my elderly back. Very good. Much better. If you guys want to watch the crochet, by the way, I didn't even give you the opportunity to see me crochet from above. I know that's your favorite part. There. It's already 11:40. Where did the time go today? Some days it takes forever, and some days it's like the stream just zooms by. Today was a zoomy day. I'm gonna try my best to do all of my editing today, because apparently there's something I have to do tomorrow for my dad, but I don't know what. So I'm just going to assume that I'm going to have to be out of the house, but I don't know for what purpose. Is that a tan color or a pink rose? It's brown. It's like a brown. Up close you can see it's like a heathered brown. But I guess it has a pink, like, it's got a pink in it. It has a pink heart to it, you know? Yeah, it's brown, definitely, but when you put it next to greens, it holds pink. But if I put it next to, like, blue, it browns it down maybe a bit more. But it's true, next to green, it has, like, a pink energy. But look, next to pink, it's brown. Next to purple, it's brown. But you're right, when it's separated from pinks and purples, it does have it has something. Love the combo anyhow. Me too. It's a very cute combo. Good color mix. Good choice. Okay. Even though I hate changing colors this often. Oh, also, now you can see my manicure up close. Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that cool? It's like metallic. So it's sparkly, right? But there's also like a moonstone thing happening. Isn't that cool? So pretty. But also sparkly. So like you're like, oh, it's sparkly, but there's more than just sparkle. There's also moonstone. I got them on Amazon. They were like $8, but it came with 24 nails, so it's 2 manicures worth. I have another color that I'm excited. I'm gonna use these ones at Christmas. The ones I'm using at Christmas, they have the same, hold on. They have the same metallic thing happening, but they're pink. Let me just grab one. Okay, well, there's that. Hold on. Gotta put them all in here now because I've drop them, but I just want you to see that metallic thing that happens. Do you see? So you're like, oh, it's a sparkly nail. That's cool, I guess. Like, that's fun. But then this happens. Like a moonstone. Isn't that pretty? This one's the pink one, and these are going to be what I'm wearing on Christmas. That's too big, but these are my Christmas nails. See how pretty? And they're like a little bit longer and a little bit pointy. They'll look good for Christmas. But they're pink, and I like that. Oops. I harvested loofah seeds. Oh, that's fun. Congratulations. But yeah, they're just from Amazon. I can see you walking around your folks' place doing a queen wave, hoping they catch the shimmer. No, I'll go right up to their face like this. Look, do you see the shimmer? They're sparkly, but also they shimmer. If you clean the back, you can reuse the nails. Yeah, that's true. But also, I can't, because usually when I take them off, I break them. You should be able to reuse the nails, but I'm quite destructive with my items. Usually when I rip them off, I rip them off and break them. Yeah, anyway. I'm over wearing my gel nail polish because my nails got really weak from ripping it off. I guess the birds got it from somewhere. Yeah, they take after their mom. They destroy things. But yeah, I'm not wearing gel nail polish anymore. I have my fake nails on now, which I like because they don't require me to do any work. It's very easy to put them on and take them off. Birds take after their mom. They like to destroy things, just like her. Love them so much. So much for wearing lipstick today. I've just ripped it all off. Got a little distracted there. Gosh, I really do like this color mix. It would be a beautiful sweater for an adult. Too bad. It's for a baby this time. It's gonna be fine. Can't believe the time. How is it already 11:45? Also, how am I deaf in the other ear now? I'm literally going deaf. Call the doctor today. I'm so excited for Christmas. I'm so excited for my siblings to open up their presents and enjoy all the things I got for them. Beelzebub. See, you pooped on my table. That's why I didn't want you to come here. I knew you would do that. Go away. Go. Go. Normally, it doesn't bother me when they poop on my table. I just clean it off. But the table has a white tablecloth on it right now because I was filming there yesterday. So now I have to wash my white tablecloth before I can film again. And I don't just wash it, I wash it and I iron it because it has to be flat for filming, so it's like a whole thing when she poops on it. Yeah, rude. Also because you're taking antibiotics already. Like, what the F? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why are they not working? I'm taking antibiotics already, so how could I get another ear infection while I'm actively on antibiotics? It doesn't make any sense. I don't appreciate it. Oh well. I'll just keep taking my antibiotics and I'll call the doctor. And hopefully the doctor will go, oh yeah, here's the solution. You know that feeling when you need to yawn in order to make your ear pop? That's what it feels like right now. But when I yawn, it doesn't pop. I didn't get a usable sponge this time around, but I have seeds. Well, at least you have the seeds. That gives you a little bit of a benefit. Now you can grow a usable sponge next time. Just start your plants inside in like February so that they have a long growing season. One and two. So I'm just doing a basic granny square, which I actually teach again in my upcoming tutorial for a granny square beret. I'm going to this next season. My dad's got me the Farmer's Almanac. Oh, nice. Farmer's Almanac is cool. Comes with all kinds of cute little things in it. The last time I had one, it had like little poems and recipes and also predictions for the future weather stuff and also all of the information from the previous years for generations. You can like go back long time. The almanac will say like the last frost date in your area for a lot of years. It's very cool. It's my first one. Oh, that's fun. It'll be fun. It's like a table book. Like you could just have it out and once in a while pick it up and go through it. You can read it, but then you can also like pick it up and sort of thumb through it whenever you want. It's fun. It's a nice little book. I think it's over 100 years old. Wait. You need a new almanac. They come out with a new one every year. If you have one from 100 years ago, that's cool. That's very cool. But you need the new one in order to know what to do this year. Like the almanac, when you get the 2025 almanac, it'll have all the information from 2024, 23, 22, 21, 20, 10, 5, 2000, like, oh, for how long it's been running. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. That makes sense. I'm like, 100-year-old almanac would be cool, but you need like the updated one. But yeah, the almanac is it's a cool document. It's a cool book because it has, like I said, it'll have like poems from like it'll be like 2025. It'll have a poem from 1925. You know, like they like do cool things like that in it. And then it'll have information from the almanac from 1925, and then you'll be able to be like, that's the information that was in the almanac in 1925 had a recipe for potato soup, and it had a prediction for spring starting on this day, and then the last frost in 1925 was on this day. It was cool. It was a cool book. It's cool that they have 100 years of them now. And it has like little tips and tricks for different plants. Like it'll be like, to get the best yield on your beans, don't follow what the seed packet says. Put them 4 inches apart instead of 8. Like I don't know, things like that were in it. It was a cool book the last time I read one. It was at my grandpa's house. I'm pretty sure my mom and dad have them. I don't know if they have like a subscription or something, but they have. I've seen them at my parents' house. Okay. Excuse me. Hi, Alex. 1 week till Christmas. I'm excited. I can't stop thinking about my ear though. I'm very much focused on my right ear right now. Can't hear. But you know what it's telling me is that my left ear must be feeling a bit better in terms of how much I can hear, because I feel like I can't hear in this one at all anymore. So that means I can hear in my left ear more. So that's good. That means my left ear, the antibiotics are helping. Get out of here. I said no. Go on. Excuse me. You think we'll finish this one? Probably not. Hi all. Hey Donnie. I know you're almost at the end. I just wanted to wish you all a couple of nice cozy days with your loved ones. Enjoy the holidays. You as well, Donnie. Have a good rest of your day as well. And don't forget to click the thumbs up button before you head out. But just so you know, I will be here still next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. every week. And I'm going to be here on Christmas Day. So if you are bored Christmas morning and you want someone to hang out with, come here, hang out with me, because I am not doing any family stuff until the afternoon. So I am going to be here for Christmas. Oh, excuse me. I don't know where all these yawns are coming from. Hi, baby. What's that? Oh, banana. I was like, is it tasty? Is it a good banana? No? Oh, poor guy. Candy. Oh my god. So I finally ate a dandelion. What do you mean? What do you mean finally? You've never eaten a dandelion before? The flower tastes like lettuce. Indeed it does. It's like a sweet, sort of tangy lettuce. If you eat the flower closer to the bottom as well, it's got a bit of a bitter sort of, I want to say sour kind of flavor. But yeah, the yellow part of the flower does taste like lettuce. Yes, I did. I travel home on Sunday, so I guess I might not be bored. Oh, that's good. Never had one. Girl, what are you doing? You gotta eat more natural, not natural, you gotta eat more, what is it called? Native plants. I've been collecting seeds so I can grow them for food. Collecting dandelion seeds? dandelions grow very prolifically here, so. Yeah, you gotta eat more wild food. Yeah, you gotta eat more wild food, more native plants, more local food. It's true. Yeah, well, dandelion roots can be eaten, but they can also be roasted and then cut and ground up and eaten like, or drank like coffee or tea. The leaves are edible, like for salad greens. The flowers are edible. You can also make a dandelion honey by simmering the flowers in a cup of water and a cup of sugar, and then taking the flowers out and letting the liquid come down until it's nice and thick. Create its sort of honey type thing. You can make dandelion wine from the flowers. Dandelions are a very useful plant. Lots to do with dandelions. Dandelion jelly, dandelion jelly, dandelion wine. You can do fried dandelions, like you coat the flower, you take off as much of the green part on the flowers as you can, and then you coat the outside with a batter of flour, water, salt, sugar, whatever you want to put in your batter, and then you fry it on a hot pan with some oil or butter, and then you have a dandelion fritter. Put a little salt on the outside of that. Delightful. Maybe we need a kind of school day by Laura. How to and what. That sounds like a great idea. Once the dandelions come back into season, we can do a bunch of school days. We could do a bunch of school days on how to make all kinds of different wild edibles. Sounds like fun to me. We can do wild garlic mustard, which is a super invasive plant here. So finding ways to eat garlic mustard is always useful because it is so invasive where I live. So we could do garlic mustard. We could do summer ramps, which are like a garlic onion type food. We can do black walnuts, acorns. We can do mushrooms like oyster mushrooms because those grow here. We can do chanterelles because those grow here. We can do, what else can we eat? We can do dandelions. We can do wild onions. We can do wild asparagus. I can show you how to identify it. We can do wild mint and catnip. All kinds of things. Purslane, yep, we can do purslane. We can do purple dead nettle. Lots of wild food here. I would watch a cooking video on that. Well, I can collect lots of wild edibles here and show you how to do all kinds of stuff with them. Because I love eating wild edibles. It makes me very happy to collect things from the forest. Oh, I learned already. I did not know garlic mustard. Yes, garlic mustard is a highly invasive plant here. And it's got a bit of a spicy flavor. Like you can cook it to get it a little bit less flavorful, or you can make hold on. What is it called? With basil and garlic and pine nuts. You know what it's called? You can make pesto. Thank you. Jesus, my brain just shut down. You can make a really good pesto with it. Thank you. My brain kept saying chutney over and over, and I was like, that's not the right word. Try again. And my brain went, okay, I'll try again. Chutney. No, not the right word. The other one. Chutney. No. Pesto is what I meant. You can make a really nice pesto with it because it has like a herby flavor. Herby, sort of garlicky, spicy flavor. So it's great for pesto. But what is recommended when you harvest it, you rip the whole plant out of the ground. So a lot of plants, when you're harvesting wild food, you're just supposed to cut so that you don't damage the whole plant. But garlic mustard is so invasive where I live, the recommendation is that you pull it out of the ground. so that it can die, because it's invasive. But it is tasty. It's invasive, but it's tasty, so it's a great thing to harvest. Because, first of all, you can harvest as much as you want, and second of all, it's tasty. A chimichurri sauce is also great from parsley. Okay, well, you can do a lot of herby things with garlic mustard. You can eat it, like, straight, but it's not, I don't think it's very tasty to eat straight. It would be, for me, either used like an herb or sautéed like a Swiss chard type thing. But they are, they grow everywhere here. And at the edge of the forest, if you go to, like, any forest, it's like a thicket of garlic mustard at the edge of the forest. So I can show you how to identify it too. Although once you identify it, you can't unsee it. It's everywhere. And you're like, there's garlic mustard literally everywhere. I can show you what it looks like right now. I just read that probably Europeans brought the plant over the ocean as a healing plant. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Most of our invasives are brought over for a good reason. Garlic mustard, invasive, Ontario. Excuse me. Here's what she looks like. She's pretty. She's a pretty little plant. She has white flowers, and she grows in big groups. Eat me. Very Ontario. Eat me, I'm delicious, but also invasive, so please pull it out. It's easier to tell once it's flowering, because it's very clear. When it's flowering, there's like a million of them. It's usually growing like this, like just lots and lots of them. Hold on, let me see if I can make this bigger. Like that is what she looks like. But it grows everywhere here. It's really easy to pull out of the ground also, which is great. A 2-year life cycle herbaceous plant in the mustard. Brassica, which is like broccoli, sometimes called hedge garlic or sauce alone. Garlic mustard is native to Europe and can be found from England to Italy. It was introduced in North America as a food source as well as for herbal medicine by settlers in the late 1800s. It escaped cultivation to become a serious invader in Ontario's temperate forest, agriculture, fence rows, public rights of way, and residential lands. The first record was in 1879 in Toronto, and records from 1891 and 1898 in Ottawa and Kingston. Since its introduction, garlic mustard has spread throughout the southern Ontario, becoming a serious invader. It's a threat to hairy mountain mint, wood poppy, drooping trillium, and American ginseng. Okay. Forms dense monocultures that reduce the biodiversity and aesthetic value of natural areas. Okay, that's cool. First year it grows as a ground cover. Second year it grows flowers and seeds. Seeds are usually dormant for at least a year prior to sprouting. They can stay dormant over winter and remain viable in the soil up to 5 years. Once germinated, seedlings grow rapidly, which allows it to outcompete slower growing natives. Now let's see what we can do with it. Does it have edibles? Oh, it can be mistaken for violet, which I disagree. impacts. Yeah, we know that. Regulatory tools, management practice. It is recommended as an integrated pest management plan is used for garlic mustard. It combines 2 or more methods with a long-term plan that follows up initial treatments with frequent monitoring and reassessment. Controlling it before it becomes locally established will reduce impacts. Once it's been confirmed in a location, a control plan should be developed. Okay, like what? Is garlic mustard present at the site? Yes. Is the population small? No. If the population is large and well established, recognized control may take time and resources. Are there important features? Yes. Focus on protecting the important features. Okay, cool. Why don't you say that it's edible? Control measures. Pull, mow or cut, and chemical. Pull, mowing and cutting, clipping flower heads. Medium, mowing and cutting, clipping flower heads. Large, mowing and cutting, and chemical. Medium density, pulling, mowing and cutting, clipping flower heads. High density, mowing and cutting, clipping flower heads, and chemical. Hand pulling is good for small populations, remove plants, prevent seed production, eradication, timing early spring in April and May before the plants have set seed. Replanting or soil rehabilitation may need to be completed after garlic mustard seed bank has been depleted. Must be repeated. Soil disturbances will stimulate seed bank germination. Okay. Controlled burns. Hand pulling. Basil cutting. I want to know what else you can do with it. Tell me what to do with it. Biological control. Very good. Do not compost. Any plant material should be packed in black plastic bags or yard waste bags. Seal the bags tightly and leave them in direct sun for about a week. Pulled plants which have flowered are still able to produce seeds, so plant pieces should be removed from the site and either dried and burned or sent to the landfill. Well then. That doesn't help me. I was hoping it would have more recipes. I just read that I like nettle in salad as tea or in cheese. Yes, we have nettle cheese. Interesting, nettle cheese. I have only had nettle sting me. I've never used it for anything. Although next year I plan on using it for stinging intentionally. Aids digestion, increases digestive secretions, and improves nutrient assimilation. Okay, so you can just eat it like a green. Ooh. Used for treating bronchitis. How do you treat bronchitis? How are you doing that? What are you doing to treat bronchitis? Garlic mustard for bronchitis. What do you do? What do you want? All parts of the plant are edible and nutritious and contain vitamin A and C and trace minerals. As with many plants, there are historical medicinal uses ranging from treating bronchitis to gangrene. Okay, but no good evidence to support these claims. Cool. Well, that's fine. It would have been cool if it had evidence to support the claims. I want bronchitis to go away. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's 12:10, which means it's time to go. Time for Laura to go do job things. Time for me to go make money. You can smoke catnip. It loosens the mucus to make it easier to cough out. Source, I've done it. Well, I do have catnip. Nettles are good when you have water in the body, but bad when you have issues with your kidneys. The more you know. All right, friendship. It was lovely to hang out with you today. I hope you had a good time. Thank you to everyone supporting the channel. Here's the list of channel supporters. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. If you would like to join the group of people supporting the channel, check the links in the description box down below. Louisa and AJ, thank you so much for your super chats today. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you on Friday. I hope you have a good rest of your day and enjoy your day tomorrow. I'll see you on Friday. We'll chat. We'll continue working on this sweater. We might even finish it. Maybe. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye!